Bianca. Dempsey says hello to everyone. Good evening, Ostrich. Ostrich, good to see you. See everybody, even the people in the back. Rocky Top family. We are really a family, and it does make art so good to see you guys here. It's hump day. Hello, everybody. And for those that is going to watch later, first I'm going to go over a sheriff in Woodward, Oklahoma. This sheriff is married to somebody you're going to see that lives out of the States, and he conducts his business as a sheriff out of the country by email. It's very disturbing. And it seems like the town of Woodward is trying to speak up. They're going to council meetings, doing a lot, and it's not helping. So we're going to bring some light to the case. I got relatives that live in Woodward. We got subs here that live in Woodward, so we're going to go over it. We're also going to go over the sad Ohio case of the 14-year-old girl that we've been covering. Sorry, I've had an extremely bad headache. Something's not right. But I'm dealing with it. But that's why I haven't been live. Hey, Jane. Hey, everybody. I'm glad you guys made it. Oh, first thing I want to say. I got a stalker. Okay? This guy is finding me everywhere I go. And, man law, I see you. And I'm watching you. You know, when I'm in TikTok and I'm in a live that I've been going in for a very long time, and your ass is there, you're stalking me. Like, this is crazy. Your wife works for the courthouse. Like, you better stop. You better stop right now. Listen, I have so many things that I like in my personal life that has nothing to do with this channel, and a lot of it's music. And he's showing up in these lives that I'm at. It's crazy. It's nuts. I've got him blocked from here, but I was in a live last night. It's one that I've followed for a very long time on TikTok, and there he is. There he is. And you know how many people are live and on TikTok? Like, come on, what's the chances, okay? I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt, but I don't want to see you in places I go anymore. Find your own music. Find your own shit to do. Yes, Jane. It's strange. It's so strange. Anyway, let's get started. Enough about me. I just wanted to make him aware that, yeah, I see him. I see him. I got my eyes on him. I know what's happening. I know what's up. No, I have not waxed my husband yet, but I'm getting close. I'm getting close. Listen, this is how bad of a headache I've had, okay? So my daughter calls me yesterday, and she says, Eugene, her dog, is missing. And I'm like, what? She said, yeah. She said he's been missing a couple days. That's what she tells me. He's been missing a couple days. And for many, many years, I did rescues. I still do paws and pilots, but I don't actually go out and do rescues myself anymore. Within 5 minutes, I found a post about her dog from 6 days ago. Okay? I'm like, a few days? 6 days ago. Why are you just now telling me? She's like, well, Mom, you've got a lot going on. I didn't want to stress you. I said, listen, the first 48 hours for your dog is important too. Now we're 6 days in, okay? So I responded to the post, and I said, we need to go to the shelter. We got to go there in person. She can't walk. So anyway, she said, well, I'm going to come pick you up. I'll drive to your house. Okay, she drives to my house. I said, well, I'm going to let you drive. Since you're already in the car, that way you don't have to get in and out. You can just drive. So we go pick up my granddaughter, because I don't know how long this is going to take. Okay? We get to the dog shelter. Me and my granddaughter go in. We walk the whole thing. She finds one dog, and it looks like Eugene. And she goes, nah, that's not Eugene. That dog's too skinny. And, we keep going. And then Rick shows up, because by now I've already reached out to people. Hey, we're looking for this dog. It's been missing for 6 days. Anyway, so we go over to the Humane Society. We go visit private shelters, and I've had such a bad headache. Well, when Rick shows up and we're at the Humane Society's there, and Animal Control Shelter's there. And I said, I'm going to go ahead and ride with Rick because I want to smoke a cigarette. And my daughter says, well, I want to smoke a cigarette. And I said, Rick, go get the vehicle and pull up here. I'm waiting, and I'm waiting for the Jeep to pull up. The Jeep don't pull up. And I'm like, where is he? And why is he slow? Why is he so slow? And he pulls up in my car. And I'm like, why are you in my car? Anyway, and my daughter goes, you literally walked out of the house and walked right by the Jeep and got in the vehicle. I said, that's what a bad headache I had. But your dog's more important. We're going to go look for your dog. Anyway, let's see here. We are going to share this Woodward police stuff first, and then we're going to go over Idaho. Ohio. Okay.
Insurance companies aren't in the business of...
I gotta get that stuff.
The sheriff, who's rumored to be out of the country.
Yeah, this all came to a head at Monday's county commissioners meeting.
I'm letting it catch up. Seems to be a big lag. I don't know if there's a lag for you guys, but just from my computer to the
Sheriff
TV,
Kevin Mitchell is not just out of office, but Sheriff Kevin.
Back here. There we go.
Residents are raising concerns because the sheriff has been gone for more than 30 days on end. The front desk clerk at the sheriff's office told us off camera that Mitchell is in constant communication with the office in Woodward via email, completing his duties from Panama. In the meantime, the undersheriff oversees day-to-day operations, according to the employee. However, residents at Monday's county commission meeting argued it's a waste of taxpayer dollars to pay a county employee who is not present in the county.
I have nothing against him. I voted for him. I campaigned for him. And I personally have nothing against him. But I want my sheriff to be here in this county doing his job
Minutes from Monday's board meeting acknowledged that several community members voiced concerns. Ward 1 County Commissioner Troy White confirmed to News 9 in a statement Wednesday the board requested a legal opinion from District Attorney Chris Boring regarding concerns brought forth in our public meeting by citizens in attendance and to offer guidance moving forward in accordance with Oklahoma state statutes. No timeline, though, on when the DA is expected to return that opinion to the board. We did reach out to the district attorney and to Sheriff Mitchell for a comment, but did not hear back. In Woodward, Cameron Joyner, Oklahoma's own News 9.
And residents we talked to say they plan on showing up at the next county commissioners meeting, which is set for Monday.
Okay. So, hold on. Oh, hold on. There's more on that. It better not be snowing. I'm done with the snow for the year. Yeah, Christopher, you're dreaming because, dude, it's like 76 degrees. How can it be snowing there? It's crazy. Okay, back to the Woodward County, Oklahoma Sheriff. This is just nuts. Okay. They are asking for a grand jury indictment too. So. Okay, let me add this. And we're going to read it. So let me add it. I mean, there is a lot of articles on it. I'm not going to spend a lot of time on it. But many deputies are quitting. And the town is speaking up, but nobody's listening, it seems to me. So, okay, right here it says, hold on. Angry residents demand sheriff's resignation. And there's some of the residents there. As you can see, looks like you got to add in here. Okay. There's a few pictures. Okay. Monday morning, the Board of Woodward County Commissioners approved a formal request for a legal opinion by District 26 District Attorney Chris Boring regarding Woodward County Sheriff Kevin Mitchell's repeated long absences from his position. The action came after about 30 angry Woodward County residents attended the board's Monday meeting. Many of them demanded to know what is required to remove Mitchell from office, and some requested for that process to officially begin immediately. Mitchell was not present in the meeting. He confirmed he knew of the meeting in an interview with the Woodward News last Tuesday morning. According to Woodward County Commissioners, Mitchell arrived Monday, March 3rd from Panama after a nearly 30-day absence. He was unable to make the Monday, March 3rd Commissioner meeting. According to all three commissioners, Mitchell informed County Clerk Wendy Dunlap of his plans to leave again and that he would not be available at the meeting on Monday. Messages sent to Mitchell were not returned Monday. Several members of the group expressed frustration that Mitchell was not at the meeting and that he refused to take their individual calls last week, even after saying he would be available for them. Individuals in the group said he is negotiating his duties, that the moral of this department is bad, that he is mishandling the administration of the sheriff's office, and that the county is not safe. Donna Gaston said that she has been a resident of the county since 1944. She said that the protracted habitual absence of the sheriff from his duties tantamount to theft. I don't appreciate him stealing my tax dollars, Gaston said. I do not understand how this could happen. People, get your head out of the sand and get rid of this sweet young man and let him go wherever he wants to go and let him live his life, but not on my tax dollar. Ray Bailiff, who said he helped Mitchell get elected, spoke for the group at length. He began by providing the budget approved by Woodward County Commission for the Sheriff's Office for 2024-2025. He said the last budget for the Sheriff's Office was $1.76 million. The Sheriff turned back to you 16.5% the year before. He turned back 2%. And the year before, in 2021-2022, he turned back 24%, Bailiff said. So I've heard over and over, we don't have the money to do anything in the Sheriff's Department, yet we turned the money back. He said in August 2024, a brand new pickup was purchased. That's 7 months ago. That pickup is still sitting in a county barn. It's got dust all over it. It does have its stickers, but it doesn't have lights and sirens and doesn't have a radio, Bailiff said. The reason I'm saying all this is I'm trying to show you that he's neglecting doing his job. We have radios in existing vehicles that work part of the time. We have lights in existing police sheriff vehicles that work part of the time. I think he's negotiating his duties. Bailiff also responded to Mitchell's recent response in the Woodward News. It was Kevin that actually quoted to the newspaper that he was always available when he was out of the country, he said. Well, I'm not worried about being out of the country. You can be in Winoka or Fargo and be out of the country. I'm worried about being out of the continental United States. If you was in Panama City, Panama this morning and caught a plane, you could be here after hours tonight. It would take you that long to get here? He said last week he tried to contact Mitchell 7 times without success. He also complained that Mitchell is taking $1,000 per month to drive his personal vehicle, but still using a county vehicle. We have a pickup sitting down there, 701, that is assigned to him and him alone, and nobody drives it but him and him alone. And he drives it whenever he wants to. In September, he took it to Tulsa, Bailiff said. Bailiff said it is his understanding that Mitchell took the pickup to Tulsa and picked up some prisoners. But that wasn't an emergency, he said. And if you remember, when we go back to Sheriff Pryor, what did he get in trouble for? That's exactly what Les Morton got in trouble for. According to another Woodward County resident, Billy Riggs, the most important thing he wanted to get from the meeting was information about how to go forward legally. He also asked the commissioners to find out what is the status of needed maintenance on sheriff vehicles that he has heard are not properly functioning. My biggest worry with all of this is that we are going to leave ourselves open to lawsuits and taxpayers are going to be the one on the hook for multiple dollars, Rick says. He also said he believes the residents of Woodward County are owed a response from Mitchell. I do want to say I'm very disappointed Kevin isn't here, Rick said. We elected him to serve, and he is not here to even answer some questions. I was really looking forward to asking him some questions and maybe getting some answers. According to Woodward resident Sherry Rice, the slow response of the sheriff to funded improvements has her attention. It's my understanding that in August of 2024, the county approved $150,000 for radios, for a new radio system for the sheriff's department, but apparently nothing has been done there. They're running currently on an analog system that is very unreliable, she said. She said she is also concerned about a $20,000 drone that Mitchell purchased that is still in the box, not being used. She said she has tried to discover from those within the department what the status of the drone is and why it's not being used. The reason it is still in a box not being used is because when they did open it, months after it was purchased, took a look at it and tested out, they found out it will not work for what they purchased it for. It's for indoor use only, Rice said. I'd like to know more about what? What's being done about it? Did we wait too long that we can't return it and get the correct one? She said, though, most alarming is that for all her questions, the person elected is not being accountable to those who put him in office. This, for me, just started with a simple question of, what do you mean our sheriff isn't here all the time? She said. I just assumed our sheriff was doing what we elected him to do. In my understanding, when we elect someone to do a job, that means they are physically there doing that job. According to the former District 1 County Commissioner Tommy Rodell, an absentee sheriff could expose the county to liability, especially regarding the jail. In Monday's agenda item noting the plan to formally request a legal option, Woodward County Commissioners formally presented a letter to Boring that asks the following questions. Can a sheriff effectively fulfill his statutory duties being outside of the country for his extended periods? Does his extended absence constitute willful neglect of duty under Oklahoma law? Does his absence create a potential liability risk for the county, including but not limited to liability related to operation of the jail and law enforcement coverage? What legal options, if any, does the Board of County Commissions have to address this situation if it's determined that this absence negatively affects or impacts county operations? How is the term resident legally defined in Oklahoma law in the context of an elected official's qualifications? How long may an elected official reside in another county, country, state, while still being considered a qualified resident of the jurisdiction they were elected to serve? According to Attorney General Director of Communications Bill Bacharach, Attorney General Tinter Drummond is aware of the situation and our office is reviewing. There you go. Let me see your guys' comments. Okay. Sorry, I was in another screen, so I'm going back. Oklahoma Sheriff-elect such. You know, it goes back to, like, hey, Backwood Rhythm and Beats. Good to see you. Oh, my gosh. While you're here, I know you just, oh, my gosh. While you're here, let's do this. I noticed you dropped another one. I don't know how long you have to be in here, so we're going to play it. And we appreciate you being here. We appreciate you covering the Idaho 4 and the Riley case and getting the news out there in your music. Like, you're badass. And I would love to watch you make your music. I have really good friends that's with Outlaw Nation. Joe Sapp, New Breed, Jesse Howard. And I would just love to watch you do your beats. That's one of my favorite things I love to do with New Breed, is he goes in the studio and I watch him writing the songs, making the songs. Like, it's so awesome. And your music is so awesome. And I really appreciate you allowing me to share it. See here. Everybody say hi to Douglas. We love him. He's putting out some fire music. And since he's in here, and I know he's a busy guy, he has a day job, and he does music by night, we're going to go ahead and play this. And again, Douglas, thank you for coming in. Much love to you.
Step right up, take a front row seat where the scales tip over and the lines ain't neat. Expert versus expert spinning their tails. Jury's eyes glaze, balance tips on the scales. States throwing darts, defense fires back. A high stakes showdown, both sides attack. They twist the facts, bend the frame. Pick a side, it's all just a game. Smoke and mirrors, sleight of hand. Truth don't matter if the jury don't understand. It's all about the he said, she said bullshit. I think you better quit letting shit slip. It's all about the he said, she said bullshit. I think you better quit talking that shit. Step right up, let the circus begin. Who's got the truth? Ain't nobody gonna win. Defense says, hold up, y'all got it all wrong. State says, shut up, keep moving along. No human contact, and if you interact, your life's on contract. Ain't no turning back, it's just one of those days. Smoke and fire, but where's the flame? Jury's left guessing in a rigged ass game. Blindfold justice, blindfold fools. Play your part, don't break the rules. Roll the dice, flip the script. Doesn't matter, the deck's been ripped. Hold up, let's break it down real low. Lies stack up like a damn freak show. One side swears, the other side yells, and the jury's lost in this house of shells. It's all about the he said, she said bullshit. I think you better quit letting shit slip. It's all about the he said, she said bullshit. I think you better quit talking that shit. Tug of war with the gavel in hand, but the truth's getting buried deep in the sand. Jury's lost, heads are spinning. Ain't nobody here really winning. So grab your popcorn, the show ain't done. Another day, another trial. Ain't this fun? But when a man's life is on the line, this ain't justice, it's a crime in disguise.
So, Douglas, man, I am so glad you came here. I am so glad Douglas came here. I love your music. I was going to share it last night. Every night I go to Hickorbilly Shits, and there's a bunch of country rap artists in there. Many of them I know. And I almost sent them an email with your music, and I said, nah, man, I'll just wait and get a hold of Douglas and go in there together. But I think your music is fire. It has meaning, and keep doing what you're doing. And I noticed that on your page, everybody, please go like his music. Backwood Beats and Outlaw Rhythm. She's got some badass music. Heather has a channel. She's got some fire videos that she would probably love to use that music to, and getting that music out there means a lot. Means a lot. I'm gonna pull it up again just because you've got so many on the Idaho 4, so many out there. Backwood Beats, and I know you're not doing it for subs. And honestly, if I thought you did it for subs, I wouldn't follow you. But I think your music is that good that it does need to be shared, and it has meaning. And that's my favorite thing about artists, is when they sing stuff that have meaning. And your stuff is fire. It's got great beats, and it has meaning. That's the best. We're going to pull this back up again, because since Heather's here, I want her to see it too. And I appreciate you stepping in. I don't do this for subs either. I don't do it for money. I feel like I'm a person that I speak up. I'm not one that will lay down and fall over. I speak up. And nobody can shut me up. And that's a problem sometimes because they can't shut me up. But here we go. Here is Douglas's page, Backwood Beats and Outlaw Rhythms. The Riley Strain one, that one was fire. We played it the other day. The Underdog Anthem. Hot Potato Justice. Ain't Afraid of No Cover Up. I'm going to tell you my favorite one, and I'm going to play it. And it's still my favorite one. Let me find it here. And I don't know how I stumbled upon you, but I'm glad I did. As soon as you drop stuff, I'm listening. And I'm always trying to make a comment. This one is my favorite. We're going to play it.
Through the shadows where the silence screams, cold breath in the air like a bad man's dream. Two rooms locked tight, but no one's making noise. A dagger in the dark, but they're still playing toys. The clock's ticking down, but they don't even blink. 8 hours gone by, man, what do you think? No panic, no fight, no action at all. Just two survivors in a ghostly hall. Oh, it's a game they're playing, a trick they're selling, but the truth's so deep, it's gotta start telling. Where were you when the world fell apart? Hiding in silence, breaking hearts. Abracadabra, you pull the wool, casting your spell, but the truth's so cruel. 8 hours late, but they still don't say. A knife in the night took the light away. Abracadabra, how could you lie? I see the ghosts in the cold dead eyes. You're playing tricks, but it's all been seen. Now the truth is rising, it's a battle you can't win. You stood there watching with nothing to say, like the world's on fire, but you turn away. You called the cops when the damage was done, but you didn't mention the fight, you didn't mention the blood. Now the sirens wail, but it's way too late. You're stuck in the silence, face to face with fate. No fear, no shout, no screaming out loud, just a quiet confession wrapped in a shroud. Oh, now the truth's coming, you can't deny. The mask's falling off, no place to hide. Where were you when the darkness came? Too scared to move, too proud to name. Abracadabra, you're caught in the flame. Tried to play it cool, now you're wearing the blame. 8 hours lost and the truth ain't shy. The ghosts are speaking and they'll never die. Abracadabra, no place to go. You thought you had control, now the winds will blow. Your silence is loud, your lies are deep, but in the end, the truth's what we'll keep. It's in the air, I can feel it burn. The truth's a lesson that we gotta learn. You tried to bury it, tried to run, but the fire's out now and it's just begun. Where were you when the world fell down? Were you laughing when we all drowned? You can't hide from the light no matter how you try. Truth cuts deep, ain't no alibi. Abracadabra, feel the heat rise. The world's in motion and we see through your lies. 8 hours gone, but it's all so clear. The truth cut sharper than a knife in the rear. Abracadabra, the game's over now. No magic, no tricks, no way to bow. We see the light and we'll never fade. The truth is the blade, get ready to pay. Yeah, you thought you'd get away with it. Not on my watch. Truth always wins. And I just made sure it's heard.
And Douglas, you are making sure it's heard. And man, Keep it up. Do not stop. I'm going to tell you, that's what brought me to YouTube is the Idaho 4 case, okay? And there is still some creators that I do follow. And I'm just going to tell you that I still follow it. There's certain creators I follow. But you know how these YouTube streets are. I mean, I'm sure you've even seen a bit of it. So I backed off. I backed off of the Idaho 4, but I'm still deep into it. And I'm telling you, your music has lit another fire in me. I look forward every day into seeing anything that you post. Your posts, you're passionate, your words in the music, like, it's awesome. And I wish a lot of you creators would use your music because you're throwing it out there exactly the way it is. Oh, hell no. At this point in the testimony, they don't even have a case. Exactly. Look at all the nonsense they're throwing. Ann Taylor's probably like, what in the world are you talking about? I believe Ann Taylor is a good attorney. I just think the corruption is so deep. It's so deep, in my opinion. And it just keeps getting deeper and deeper. But don't ever stop making the beats. Like, I think your passion is music. And you're putting it to good use. And I love it. And the Idaho 4, you know, we have to keep it out there. We have to keep talking about it. Because if we don't, they're going to get away with it. And I'm one of them people, I'll be honest. Do I think Brian killed him? I don't. I don't. So I just kind of go around and I look, love playing your music. And I don't say a whole lot about the Idaho 4 much anymore. But believe me, I'm paying attention. I'm paying attention. The picture is big, scary big. I know. Oh my gosh. And you know, it's a small town. I believe that they actually thought they was going to get away with this. Nobody expected that this would go worldwide. And you know, as much as we all hate COVID and what it did, one thing I personally believe COVID did is it brought a lot of people to YouTube from around the world. A lot of people. A lot of people that we would have never met, never known of. A lot of artists that we had no clue of. Kane told me to do the hook in Abracadabra, and I totally blanked on it actually being a song, like an idiot. Oh, I love it. Like, it's so good. I'm definitely watching you, and please don't stop. Keep doing your thing. I think it's awesome. Like I said, they get away with it, then this will be the new norm, and all Americans will be in trouble. Never touch anything without gloves. Exactly. You know, exactly. You hear all these jokes, you know, I'm leaving my DNA on the thumbs up, my touch DNA. You know, how much DNA do you lose just walking through a store? I mean, if they do get away with this, we are all in trouble. And didn't 23andMe just file bankruptcy? It's crazy. I don't have any insider information. Just going off what I see with my own eyes. Why don't others see this nonsense? Well, because you have people out there that they want to comply and they want to go along with law enforcement. And, you know, if you've got good law enforcement, then I get it. You know, I've come from a family of law enforcement, was married to a U.S. Marshal. Like, I get it. But you got to call a spade when it's a spade. And there's a lot going on here. And I don't even think we've even touched it. Like, I'm ready for the trial. I believe that Ann Taylor is holding a lot back. A lot back. She's dropping us little bits so that we can halfway try to figure it out. But believe me, I believe she's got her stuff in gear and what she's going to do. Heather Fitzgerald says, Ashley Jennings. Well, we know what she saw was real because investigators saw the scene the next morning. Did investigators see a firefighter clad in black with a vacuum? Yeah, who knows, you know? And I'm going to throw this out there too. I know a lot of people has hung a lot of shit on WSU Kim mom. I am not one of them people. So what if her story changed here and there? She still was the first one that came out and said they were on their phones. My daughter knew way early. It was on Snapchat. You know, for these people, I've said some things in other people's lives that I found out to not be true. Okay. So are we going to chastise WSU Kim mom because she actually spoke out? I mean, I have a problem with that. And I saw some hate channels doing some things on WSU Kim mom. And I just will tell you this. I don't blame anybody for speaking out. And we all want to know the truth. But would we have known that people was actually there before the cops if WSU Kim mom wouldn't have spoke up? I agree. Her story has changed some. But also her daughter got mad at her and wouldn't tell her stuff. And do I think WSU mom is connected? No, I don't. I do believe just her kids. I do believe her kids was in school there. Backwoods Beat says, thanks again for the positive vibes. Hey, you're putting them out. We're enjoying them. Keep it going. Yeah, this case grows on you and pulls you in all directions, mostly in frustration. Ann Taylor can be so calm, cool, and collected. Yeah, I mean, that takes a lot. I agree. And it does. I mean, Brian Ramblings, listen, we can't talk enough about the Idaho 4 for him. She was correct. Everyone should apologize to her. No, they're still just breaking down everything she said. Again, I'm going to tell you, there's been things I've released that I found out in the court docs ain't true. And there's a lot of us that went over the court docs and we're finding out that not everything in the court docs is true either. That's my opinion. And I'll stick to my opinion. Backwoods Beat says, exactly, Heather, you don't even want to know my true thoughts. Listen, my true thoughts, I've been all over the place. I've been all over the place from the side of, what if BK was already working for the federal government? Just what if? All the way in Pennsylvania, and they were doing this big bust, and they needed somebody young enough that they paid for his education, he could continue his education, and be paying attention to what was going on. And he was set up like Micah still thinks maybe this is a play. Like, people's opinions are all over the place. Am I going to dog him for it? No. I'm not going to dog him for it. But we are finding out that Kim, yeah, I think she said some truthful things. But I definitely think that at times her story got messy. And I'll be honest, I think there were several times she was drinking. Her kids didn't want to come home. I have kids. I have one that's still in college, okay? Anytime mom sticks her nose in their business, they get mad and they quit telling me anything. So once her daughter told her something and she kept asking more, then maybe, her daughter just wouldn't tell her anything and she just kept the story going. I don't know. But in my opinion, and it's my opinion, I thank WSU Kim for bringing out what she did bring out because it made us really dig into the case. Sergeant said he was going to use the internet to break or bend the rules. Chronicles Kim. Drunk Turkey Show. People say they all knew each other before Idaho. I do not watch the Drunk Turkeys at all. So I stay away from that side. No, it's all too big. Yeah, it's all very big. I feel like the authority figures were having everybody say stuff at certain times in this case. It's almost like a test to see what's really known. And if you go back, if you were in it at the very beginning, you can't even find the reports that came out from the very beginning. They've changed it all up. I think they had it all figured out how they was going to do it. And now there's people like Douglas with Backwood Beats putting out the beats, I know you're getting a lot of attention because, again, everything that you sing about has meaning, and I love it. And then we got Heather out here putting out videos. We've got, listen, I do watch Lana with Truth and Transparency. I do love the way she digs. I watch Jay Embry. There's not a problem watching what people have to say. Do I know what really happened? No. No. And this one law 214 is not the other one law, just FYI. Early warning report. That's not lawman. Let's not get one law 214 mixed up with lawman. Okay. Early warning report. Investigators use early warning reports, algorithms to point out sus. LE. Exactly. The hydrochloroform was banned because it slows down malignant tumors and used in chemo, while CV40 causes tumors to become aggressive according. Interesting. Just like that email address when the other attorney asked Payne about it. And he was like, nah, didn't check to see if it was legit. Yeah, they already had exactly what they was going to do. And you know what's sad is, in my opinion, it seems like Brian's fighting the whole system because you've got the judge, you know, I'm not going to say the Aryan Knights is not snitches get stitches. You know, I will say that if it was the cartel, they'd have blown the whole house up. Nobody would have survived, and it had been a done deal. So I believe that the aspect of the parents becoming informants is a very, very big possibility. Again, that's my opinion. And they're not going to go after the parents. They're going to go after what they love. And what do they love? Their kids. That's my opinion. But the cartel would leave no witnesses. Period. Done. Micah says, when things don't add up, it's BS. The whole case has been based on lies. Yes, it has. Hey, Amy, good to see you, sister. There's another snipe shooter right there. Absolutely. I did in the beginning. Yeah, I'm telling you, this Idaho 4 just gets us all sideways. And again, I'm so glad that Douglas, I'm talking to you. I'm so glad you're making the music because it does make more sense to a lot of people, and they can resonate with your music. It's awesome. Let's see here. I do want to do something real quick. All right. Okay. Let's keep going through the comments. Oh, gosh. There you go. All right. Me too. I don't do drunk turkey. Yeah, I can't do it. I can't do GFH either. Sorry. I just can't. Small town college and what's going on in sorority and frat nowadays. I know. And they have their own rules, like you can't call 911. Like, give me a break. I think all frats and sororities should be banned. I think it should. I'm not talking to drugs either. Drugs are in every college campus. It's just inedible. I've said that. You know, when people try to say drugs, that these kids ran a drug house, I have not been on that train, okay? I don't believe they did a drug house, okay? I don't believe they were selling drugs out there. Do I think they were probably using drugs? I mean, is marijuana really a drug? I mean, they could literally go 10 miles and it's legal on the Washington side. Now, you know, Several people do cocaine, do all kinds of stuff in college. That's what you do. You know, does it make them a bad person? No. Does it make them drug dealers? Hell no. But I will say that I am along the line of the parents. And from the law side of it, I'm just going to tell you, they got some easy deals. There's no doubt they were informants. And if you're running a big drug ring and you get snitched on and they had all them arrests and they could lead it back to these parents, they're going to, I believe that's why, I actually believe the targets were Maddie and Xana. That's my opinion. And the other two were just there. And listen, I don't even know that Dylan and Bethany was there. I'm going to leave it at that. I have no clue at this point whether they were even there. Douglas and the Backwood Beats can do a tune about a woman called Rock and her girls who kicked ass and got justice. There you go. I'd play it. You know that. Micah says, my thing is this. We never seen the bodies. I know. One of the creators did post a picture, and I'm sorry. Then wasn't the bodies. That was mattresses with the blue plastic around it. But Micah says, my thing is this. We never seen the bodies, and the way the police used the U-Haul and took stuff out there, and the house being torn down. What if everyone and everything is just paid actors? Oh my gosh. Micah, I know you've thought this all the way through this. Man, to put the whole world through something like this, for it to just be an act, I could not even see it as one big script. Drugs are everywhere, unfortunately. And Micah, yes, you have the right to your opinion. I agree. You have a right to your opinion, but no way would they do that to us. Like, oh my gosh. All hell would rain fire. That's for sure. No witnesses, in my opinion, agree, Rock. Amy Conway, I like your blue girl. Heather Fitzgerald, y'all know that both spellings in the court doc of, I'm not even going to try to say that, Gmail, have accounts at wendy.com. Ooh, no, I did not know that. Hey, I listen to everybody's sides. Except, let's be frank, I don't have a problem with him, but I felt that, he was trying to make me think his way, and if I didn't think his way, then we couldn't be friends. So I just went on my own way. At Heather, yeah, the same email address that Mazov's grilled paint on. So crazy. And Micah says, and we are all supposed to believe it's real so they can make touch DNA a thing. I don't know. 23andMe filed bankruptcy. If we swab BK sis for Kaylee and swap BK for Steve, Kaylee's brother, how different would the G family Steve be? I know. I mean, it very well could have had their son's DNA on it. Then what would they do? I mean, you're throwing something in there. I know I'm a little behind in chat, trying to catch up with you guys. Heather Fitzgerald, I've timed Jeff H out today, and Trish says live. Listen, I'll be honest, Jeff H don't come in here, so we're good. We're good. But when he gets to doing his crazy stuff, yeah, he can go away. I'm not going to listen to it. I like to think of everything and outside of the box. Open mind. There's nothing wrong with that. You're welcome, Amy. We're sisters. I know you're a good sniper, too. It's okay. I get to typing fast, too, Micah, and half the times it comes out the wrong way. Jane says, I'm not on drug house train. I am not either. I'm not at all on that. Am I on the train that the parents were confidential informants? I am on that train. But I can be proven wrong. If anyone's seriously suggesting that this is the cartel or an organization with one single knife, come on now. You'll have completely lost it. Yeah, I don't think it's one single knife either. I think it was a group of people. And I'll be honest. I do believe that there was fights. Listen, fights happen on our colleges here. They're not legal, but they happen. You know, a lot of people are into martial arts. A lot of people are into UFC, and I'm one of them. I'm into bare knuckles fighting. Would I go and watch it? Hell yeah, I'd go watch it. So do I think there were fights? Yes. But do I think that the frats were involved in this? No, I don't. But at one point I did. I mean, the whole food truck thing, I'm really confused at some of the things that's went on. I don't think this is a first case. I just think it's the first case that's got attention. So I find it really sad. Backwood beats and outlaw rhythms. I mean, with all the hazing and questionable deaths, exactly. It's like they're running a subscription service. Join for the friendship. Stay the near-death experience. Stay for the near-death experiences. Yeah, you know, I wouldn't want my kids in a fraternity or a frat. I don't think that's cool. And, you know, when Lana first started doing it and started following where the fraternities went and selling that bogus bug spray and stuff. I mean, just because everybody's infatuated with knives, you know, I started looking at some stuff here, you know, Wichita State's here, and a lot of their frats have knives and sororities. So just because Dylan was showing a knife don't mean she did it. I think people overthink on the fact of the knives thing. Just because the frats and the sororities was playing around with knives, they're not out killing people. I don't believe it. I think the knives thing is just something that they do. Hey, girly girl, it's good to see you. Much love. She's listening on the way home. All right. True, we never saw removal. Yeah, and we looked for it. Heather says, Micah, I have seriously considered it to be. I mean, that is an option. Definitely. I mean, we're all here talking about it. But do I think, like I said, I don't even believe that Dylan and Bethany was there. So, and again, I'm along that line, and I shouldn't be, but I'm along that line where I also think that Ellie was supposed to be protecting these girls. Something was up. I think they were supposed to be protecting them, and they did. Idaho is non-legal. So you mean they're not an open carry state? Is that what you're saying? Is Idaho not an open carry state? Idaho is non-legal. Or are you talking weed? Kind of confusing. But everybody had a vape. Yeah, I mean, they only had to drive 10 miles and it's legal. So if we're talking marijuana, Mary Jane, weed, should be legal. Oh, now I'm hungry. You said Wendy's. 23andMe did file bankruptcy, and the new owners can do whatever with the DNA, all in the fine print. That's horrible. That is horrible. That is horrible. Even those little experiences, if you will, don't make you a druggie. That's true. It's just called having fun in college until someone gets lost in the dorm looking for a snack at 3 a.m. Just saying. I agree. A lot of tricks and distractions, but the obvious in it being ignored and even allowed to leave the state and country. Yeah, and letting the kids go home. I mean, am I the only one that watches the first 48? I mean, the first 48 is the most crucial hours. Jane says in the UK, everyone has knives, but we don't kill our friends. Oh, I'm going to play this too real quick while you're here, because Douglas don't just do the Idaho 4. I really liked this one that you did, Douglas. I'm paying attention in chat. I'm still paying attention. Fun fact, the only 2 survivors were still in sororities. The others had dropped out, including Ethan. Well, yeah, I mean, Ethan, the way I understood it is Ethan actually was living in the house with Xana because he got kicked out of the frat and he had 2 more weeks and he was going back to the frat. Now, am I the only one that heard that? Because hey, maybe I misheard it, but that was the way I understood it. And I believe that's what Hunter said. I'm gonna play this. I really like this one too, Douglas Ball. While you guys are chatting in the chat, we're gonna listen to this new one too that Douglas did. Make sure you go over and like his channel. He is not about subs. He's not about the money, but his music is fire.
Riley boarded that bus all alone, no date in sight. They promised him a good time, drinks till the night. But the shots kept flowing, beer on the go. Delta Chi's rules, hell, don't even know. He tried to stand tall, but his feet gave in. Slipping through the cracks, it's where he'd been. By the last bar, he couldn't even speak. His brothers walked away, left him out in the street. They laughed it off like a game they played. But when Riley fell, they just looked away. By the time the night ended, Riley was gone. Left alone, no one cared to check, no one cared to call anyone. Oh, Delta Chi, you think it's all fun and games, but this ain't no joke, it's somebody's pain. You took a life, but you'll never own the blame. We're calling you out, you'll never be the same. Oh, Delta Chi, this time it's gone too far. Pushed a man till he couldn't make it home to the bar. Now the truth's out, you'll know who you are. Delta Chi, it's your last scar. Riley didn't want to go, but they pushed him still. Peer pressure deep, like a bitter pill. By the time they kicked him out, it was too late. He stumbled and fell, sealed his fate. They didn't care, no calls were made. Just went back to their beds like nothing swayed. A 12-minute walk took hours more. Riley was lost, face down on the floor. They slept like babies while his parents cried. Didn't even notice, didn't even try. Now he's gone, but they'll never forget. The brotherhood left with regret. Oh, Delta Chi, think it's all fun and games, but this ain't no joke, it's somebody's pain. You took a life, but you'll never own the blame. We're calling you out, you'll never be the same. Oh, Delta Chi, this time it's gone too far. Pushed a man till he couldn't make it home to the bar. Now the truth's out, you'll know who you are. Delta Chi, it's your last scar. What's it all worth? The laughs and lies, the cost of a life hidden in disguise. Riley never had the chance to run, a life taken, and it's all undone by you, by them, by the call you ignored. What's the price when a brother's ignored? Delta Chi, you think it's all fun and games, but this ain't no joke, it's somebody's pain. You took a life, but you'll never own the blame. We're calling you out, you'll never be the same. Oh, Delta Chi, this time it's gone too far. Pushed a man till he couldn't make it home to the bar. Now the truth's out, you'll know who you are. Delta Chi, it's your last scar. What if that was your son, your brother, your friend? What if this was the end, but it didn't have to bend? What if you were the one left alone? Would you care or would you just go home? It's time to stop the pranks and stop the lies. Time to look yourself in the eyes.
Damn, fire, dude. Keep writing. Keep making that music. By the way, while everybody's here, go like Backwood Beats and Outlaw Rhythms. Douglas is doing a phenomenal job. And he's asked in his comments if anybody would like to see a live of him doing his music in the studio there. I guess it's a studio. And I'm down for that. So Please, Backwood Beats and Outlaw Rhythms, let me know when you go to do that, because I'm excited to see it. And hope you don't mind if I bring some extra eyes in, because I love your talent. And also, everybody here, we obviously care because we've been digging into it deep. So Backwood Beats and Outlaw Rhythm says, so Xana's in all black. They're wearing masks, as Steve says. They like to prank each other. If we find out they were all in masks when they died, I swear this turns into the weirdest case. Yeah, it's already the weirdest case. Like, it is crazy. Yeah, money don't bring a life back, but you know what? You guys are all doing your parts. I mean, even the guilters are too. It's got to stay being talked about. That's the big thing. It's got to stay being talked about. Heather says, just like the bit in the Pullman, masked person with knife in October 2021. Exactly. She even said it could have been a prank. Holly Rodney, same crew. I strictly stick to Idaho 4. I barely have the energy for anything else. I only did songs for Richard Allen and Karen because I was asked to. And trust me, the research drained me. Listen, I believe it. I think you did a wonderful job with every one of you did. And I couldn't imagine. But your talent is awesome. I can't say it enough. And yes, we'll all be there for that live studio. Like, you let me know when, and I'll share it. And hey, you'd like you some Upchurch? Because I'll tag him. I got involved with Roddy Case because I had sonar. But that's a whole different ball game altogether. Interesting. Did you search for Riley? I'm just curious. It was someone we have heard from in this case. That's all area drone footage. Yeah, I saw that. I didn't know if it was your drone, though. Interesting. Interesting. You're a man of all talents. I like it. BK Norton, that was there at WSU for the grad student program. And Brian's Rambling says, Heather, I think he got the job. Pullman interview. Jenkins, no. I don't know. I don't know that he got the job, but I believe he was planted there. I mean, the Fed's work in all different ways. I'm just going to say that. I could be way off base, too. So, we're talking our opinions here. So, and I do love your drone footage. It was great. 1 Mile 214 says, in my opinion, Odin Colt involved in Richard Allen case, including the judge. Yeah, that case is crazy too. I have a hard time going into all these cases too. But I will tell you my deep passion is still with the Idaho 4 case. I still watch it. I don't report on it much anymore. Most of it because of all the trolling and the fighting, and I mean, it does no good. And I'm just going to be honest. Even on the musician side, they got the whole country rap beef going over there, and I'm so over that too. It's like, let's get back to music. Like, you guys are doing music over there. Why are you guys doing all this? I definitely think he got that position at Pullman. And that is why WSU told Jenkins not to comment on it. Very well could be. Very well could be. And I agree. See, I think the feds are all over this. I think Brian was a plant. But, man, to finish your schooling, while my ex-husband was at Marshall School, we had an ATF agent that lived with us. And I'm just saying there's a lot that people don't know that the feds do. People can really get crazy with each other on the YouTube and in the Idaho 4 case. Absolutely. And listen, I don't have the time for all that. It's happened in this Kansas case too. I want to help. If I can contribute and I can bring things out, I want to help. I don't think covering up Ellie's mistakes is helping. Anywhere in the world. If you let your law enforcement do what they want and you cover up for them, then that is going to be the new norm. So, and ever since I went to the Panhandle, and people were scared to talk, and I met some really good people, really, really good people. But things has been happening in the Panhandle for years. And why do you think there's so many people that still follow me that live in the Panhandle? Because I'm not afraid to speak up. I'm not afraid to speak up. I've had a gun pulled to my face down there in the Panhandle. Y'all saw it live. I'm not afraid to speak up. And I don't live there. I get it. Translucent insulted that I am FBI. Whoops, I mean FBI. It's okay. We went out with the 1 megahertz, 1,000 kilohertz, ultra beam sonar and never found Riley's boots. Wow. That's another thing. I watch a lot of shows that they go looking for cold cases and they're divers. I want to know more about you, Backwood Beats. You sound like a very interesting soul, and I like it. The motion hearing yesterday in Karen Reed's case, the communist prosecutors and judges look good. Brian's ramblings asking Backbeat, do you think that is they were stolen? Followed Riley a lot? Think the boots were stolen? Well, if you go to Truth and Transparency, Lana did pull the body cam, and right in front of the police station, there was somebody walking ahead of Riley and stopped and waited on Riley. So, I don't know. As Backwood Beat says, he's more into the Idaho 4. It sounds like, if I was to take a big guess, you're probably even from that area with the tunes you're putting out. I'm just gonna guess that you're probably from the Tennessee area even. I watch Ryan Upchurch when he goes and does lives in Nashville, and I'm sorry, that's a place I don't really want to be. And on any given night, any of you can go and watch Nashville live, and there's this crazy shit going on in the Nashville streets. So, hey, Mayo Nights, good to see you. Newbreed used to live in Cooksville, and now he's moved back to Florida. But again, Nashville is not somewhere. If my kid said, hey, we're going to Nashville to party, I'd be saying, and then I'd really piss them off because I'd be going with them. Heather says, oh my God, I know. I was watching Lana cover Karen's hearing, and the cameraman kept cutting out every time that something was said that shows Ellie in a bad light. Listen, nobody wants to talk bad about our Ellie, okay? But also we want our Ellie to be held accountable. I mean, how do you have a sheriff that's getting paid? They raised their pay too. Do you have a sheriff in Woodward, Oklahoma that conducts business from overseas? How is that okay? And we're going to go more deep into it, but they've had the jails in an uproar. Many people are quitting, and that's taxpayers' money. Somebody has to stand up, hold people accountable. Sometimes I'm called the bad person for doing that, but hey, and I love Ellie. And the sad thing is there is a lot of good Ellie out there, but the bad is overshadowing the good, 100%. The world is crazy. It makes me so sad how cases are so fucked up. It's worldwide. I agree. Backwood Beats and Outlaw Rhythms. We scanned about 50 miles from where Riley's body was found using multi-beam and side-scan sonar. Never found his boots, but in the process, we actually found another body. Oh my God. Wow. Interesting. And was that a recent one? Was that a recent body? Or was it a cold case? I'm just curious. Because, I'm still stuck on the Austin thing. That everybody keeps ending up in that Bird Lake. Like, I don't think it's a coincidence. Yeah, people get drunk and they do crazy things. But just way too many people are getting drunk and dying. It's crazy. Jane, if the FBI would arrest corrupt local LE, that would help. Well, Brian, any three-letter government agency right now, I don't trust them. I'm just going to be flat honest. I'm not going to say, woohoo, go Trump, even though I did vote for him. But I do think that our federal system needs revamped big time. Big time. Whether it be the Secret Service. I mean, I watch, you guys know, I'm into a lot of veterans channels. I watch them. And I don't know about our federal government and how good they're doing a job. That's my opinion. At Heather Fitzgerald, we switched to a different live that was behind the first one, curiously, both cut out on the defense. Interesting. I have not watched the Karen Reed case much. Honestly, you know, I got my daughter pregnant, got my own stuff that's been going on, and it's really hard to keep up sometimes. FBI totally knew it was an arms deal. People are just plain nuts. Yeah, they're nuts everywhere. But it's people like us that keep doing the things that we're doing. Listen, even if people talk bad shit about me, I don't really care. At least they're still talking about it. You know, so the Kansas Moms case, you know, even if they're talking bad, at least they're still talking about it. And again, we all like music. And that's where Douglas comes in. You know, he's putting out some fire-ass beats. And again, I asked him if I could share, and he had no problem with it. So a lot of times it's just asking if you can share the music. I want his music to be played everywhere. I think it's got so much meaning. And so many people would really like it. And it's different. Didn't happen to just go into YouTube and, you know, listen to the creators. I think Backwood Beats has given us a little break with some music along with it. I like it. One Law, 214, swear it's intentional, and the cameras cutting out shows just how persuasive the corruption is. You're probably right. Speaking of nuts, I was very bad yesterday in here. No, you wasn't, Brian. You're good. Backyard Beats, Outlaw Rhythms. Go follow the Narc Divers. I have followed them. They're the real heroes. Yes, I have followed them. They've just happened to use my little stronger equipment than it. They've just happened to use my little stronger equipment than they had. Nice. Yeah, I do. I watch them. There is, well, they used to be the diesel crew. They used to rebuild all kinds of diesels. And I watch their show too. It's very interesting. Very, very interesting. If I went into all the groups that I follow, like I said, sometimes I got to take my mind off the Kansas case. Sometimes I got to take my mind off the Idaho case. And again, I don't know how I found Backyard Beats. I don't know. One day you popped up. And I love it. And God was looking out for me that day because I've really enjoyed your music. Brian, and what y'all to know, I am aware. Brian, we know that you mean well. We know that you got a spine problem. We know you type a lot. Listen, you don't ever have to worry about that here. I got you, my friend. You always have a space here. You're all right. And to everybody, all the creators that cover any of these cases, you know, the fact that you're even covering it and keeping it, the spotlight on these cases, that's 100 right there. You've already did something important. Except when people go and do some things that are shady. I'll just say that. You get some shady stuff going, and it's always good to have receipts to back up what you're doing. One Law, at Heather Fitzgerald. They don't care how obvious they are because CW work themselves in the corner. Do or die at this point. Maybe SCOTUS will rule on the double jeopardy appeal. There you go. Yes, Brian, you're good here. You know what so bugged me? We know that Brian, I just think there's a connection. It's still these shit cases. I mean, look at all the cases. That's crazy. And look how many of them involve LE. Hey, Gail, I hope you're doing good. I'm always looking for you, sweetheart. I mean, a lot of people that's in my chat, most of you are from the Panhandle. You might not still live there, but you're from there. And corruption has been there probably all your life. It's never changed. And just some girl showed up one day and starts digging and won't stop. And really pisses off LE big time. I mean, where else can you go where they have a DA task force, okay? The DA appoints this task force. The head guy of that task force had another job on the opposite side of Oklahoma, was grand jury indicted for embezzlement. And when they went to investigate, he said that the drug task force office was burglarized and the money was stolen. And when they investigated that, that was a lie. So what's he do? He goes to the Panhandle and gets a job doing the same thing. How is that even possible? Like, it makes no sense. You guys pay taxes there too. Still, why on earth are they allowing an officer that got grand jury indicted? He just moved to a different part of the state and just got the same job? It makes no sense. Makes no sense. And then you got a Texas County Sheriff who has body camera. They purchased body camera and they don't even use it because the sheriff don't want to use it. I mean, we all have to make people accountable. I'm still active duty reserve and was stationed in Norfolk when Riley disappeared. Thank you for your service. Absolutely. I travel a lot, but my husband lives in Wichita and we are literally right next to McConnell. I go to McConnell a lot. We love our veterans. And so now, see, Douglas, you're even more interesting to me. Listen to you. You're digging into the Idaho case. You're making beats that are fire and make sense. You're in the reserve, protecting our country, and you're out looking for a missing kid and using your own equipment. Like, you're a hero. In my eyes, you're a hero. Heather, 1 Law 214, considering the first jury did reach a verdict on certain counts, and the court basically acted like they had not, it should be something that Spring looks into 100%. Yeah, it should be. Definitely it should be. Chicago, wow. Listen, yeah, there's a lot going on in Chicago. Heavens to Betsy, but I'm from Chicago and reside there. I'm telling you, Chicago. I like to listen to the scanner, and I know the FBI is fixing to cut all that out. But Chicago's always got something going on that scanner. Be safe, my friend. As they say, stay frosty, stay alert, stay frosty, stay strapped. Absolutely. Let's see here. It was worse. It's worse now. It is worse now. Yeah, that's true. Brian, it's not just one case. It's all of them. Uh-oh, I missed something here. Let's see here. Hello, everyone. As usual, I'm late and just got home. It's not that you're late. I've really been dealing with a bad headache. And I was like, man, I still need to go live. Because I know a lot of you, this is the only channel you go to. And you hit me up, you know, I really could use a live. And I'm here for you. Here for you. 40 years ago, there was a comfort inn like the FBI would arrest and charge local corrupt cops. Yeah. Yeah. Well, FBI, in all the years I've been alive, I'm fixing to turn 57. FBI always did the financial part of it. Okay. And back in the day, the U.S. Marshals basically they guarded judges and they guarded federal witnesses. And now, when you see a U.S. Marshal task force, you might have 2 U.S. Marshals deputies on there, and then they deputize local police, your local sheriff department and city, and make it a task force. I'll be honest with you. 2 of my son-in-laws work out at McConnell on the contract side. They are veterans, but they work on the government side, but not the military side. I'm saying it that way so people understand it. And as of a couple of weeks ago, they were still working from home. So, how much work can you actually do from home? Yes, Bianca, I know. We could never leave Brian. We love Brian. As a matter of fact, I saw yesterday, or day before yesterday, Bianca, you said to Brian that you're willing to help him too with his new channel. Brian is terrifying at the moment, and I ain't American. I know you're over in UK, but girl, you know a lot. For you to see a smile. Hello, Rock. You really rock. Thanks for everything you do. Well, thank you. Listen, you do a lot too, sweetheart. You keep me fired up. And I always love it when you come in here. You keep me wanting to really just keep digging in that panhandle. I love it. It really is, and I can tell you the FBI was not okay with cops doing MPD crap. But they cover up so much shit. I mean, if you work for the FBI, I mean, just think about it. I don't mean to bring Hunter Biden into it, but hello. They're supposed to be doing all the financial stuff and all the corruption and the data stuff. That's what the FBI does. And, at some point, they don't do it for the people that work for us high up. What's going on there? Same Rock. My head is pounding today, too. I'm telling you. I had that cancer cut out. The one on my forehead is really deep. And the whole left side of my skull is numb. And I don't usually get migraines. And I've had real bad migraines. It's so bad. And I called the doctor yesterday, and they're supposed to be getting me into a neurologist because it's bad. And I didn't have them before the surgery. So, yes, I do take ibuprofen and Tylenol. They had me buy the extra strength Tylenol. I have to sleep sitting up. I have a sleep number bed, but still, it was so deep. Anyway, yes, it is safe to take ibuprofen and Tylenol together if you need to for extra pain relief. This is so weird. It's not your normal migraine. It's not your normal headache. And it's constant, but so bad at times that I have to get completely dark and a fan on me, and something ain't right. We're going to get it fixed. We're going to figure it out. My doctor said it's because all the nerves, he had to go so deep, and that I'll eventually get the left side of my skull feeling good again, and something's not right. So, and if you have some people, my head wasn't right to begin with, but that's a joke. Listen, I pay attention. It is so much better, y'all. Okay. I like to mix things up because not everyone's into the heavy stuff. I used to be in a metal band, but I did it back since my wife wasn't keen on me going full metal. Listen, I like what you're doing. Again, I'm not going to, my husband's into heavy metal. I am not. I mean, I like some of it, but, I grew up listening to Loverboy and Night Ranger and Peter Frampton, and I'm good friends with Outlaw Nation. Most of my friends do country rap, but I like all music, guys. Christian music, you name it, I like it. So country music, literally Rock. FBI had that laptop 18 months before the public even knew of its existence. I know, Heather. That's what I'm saying. Do you think I trust the FBI? No. Do you think I trust ATF? No. Do you think I trust the CSI? No, I don't. Ostrich says, my husband and I woke up today with major headaches. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. It could be in the air. I don't know. I really think mine is from having that skin cancer cut out, and they had to go so deep. If you saw the pictures, you know they had to go really deep. I've had migraines for over 2 decades. It is death awful. Yeah, I mean, I used to get migraines when I was a kid, but it's been a long time since I've had migraines, and this has been constant. My mother did too. Yeah, this is horrible. Migraines are brutal. I totally feel you. I was tested for visual snow as a teen. Thankfully, I don't have it. I only use Excedrin. See, the thing is, Douglas, I had skin cancer, and they had already cut it out 2 times before. And just 2 weeks ago tomorrow, I went in, and they went deep. And then I sat there, and we're talking a 12-hour process of getting that cancer out from above my forehead. And it's all from a tanning bed. You know, in my 20s, I thought I had to be hot and tan. And yeah, I'm paying for it now. But mine's kind of self-inflicted. But for people that have migraines all the time, I don't know how you do it. Like, my husband's like, are you going to be okay? I'm like, I don't know. Like, I'm in the bathroom. I can't keep anything down. Today, it's slacked up. And that's why there wasn't a big notice on my live. It's like, okay, well, we're going to go over this live real quick and let you guys know I am okay. Like, I'm on top of it. It's just really hard right now. But today, it's let up a little bit. So, Heather Fitzgerald at Backwood, laugh out loud. That's a negative on the visual snow. Thank God, right? The whole visual snow thing. Boy, that was something. Migraines are the worst. I've suffered from them my whole life, and I can't stand seeing others in that kind of pain. Again, you know, I remember having some migraines when I was a kid. It's been a long time since I've had migraines, but it's so weird. It's so weird, and it starts right where that big old hole was, and then it just takes over my whole head. I can't explain it. Cannot explain it, and I'm up 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. 5, 7 o'clock, I'm still up like some crackhead, and I'm not a crackhead. I might have a medical marijuana license, and I might like me some edibles, but I don't do any other drug. And here I'm sitting up all night and can't go to sleep. My head hurts so bad. My vocal cords thank me for not going in full heavy, but I try to keep it balanced. I dig what you're doing. I like it. I'm telling you, if you put it on a CD, I'd buy it. And you say, why a CD? Because I've got all about All Nation stuff on CD. Because on my trip to my house at Lake of the Ozarks, there's 2 hours there that there is no signal. And I actually like listening to CDs. So if you put it on a CD, I'd buy it. And I'd listen to it. And I'd rock it. And are you on Spotify, or do you just do it for fun? Like, you should put it on Spotify. But if you made CDs, I'd buy it. I'd buy your CDs. FYI. That is what I said last night to Rock at Jane. Yep. I used to have massive migraines, but I listened to the doctor and changed my eating habits and never have had a migraine since. I don't eat bad. So, it's not, like I said, I didn't have them until I had this cancer cut out 2 weeks ago. And, man, they've been killing me. It's been hard. Well, Jennifer from the block, I'm sure somebody got you, but Jane got you. Thank you, Jane. Jennifer from the block, we're just going to show you anyway. Like, why? You know, I was sent something from an old mods channel last night. Like, really? And you came here to do this? We're glad you're gone. because you can't even keep up with us. Obviously, you don't even know what we're talking about. Yeah, goodbye. Like you was ever subbed before. And listen, I'll tell you guys, I don't care about the subs. I don't care about the money. You see me monetized? No. I don't want your money. I don't care about the subs either. So, Black Opal Rock, I'm listening on my 5 a.m. walk with Utah. I also had surgery similar spot. I think you may be experiencing CRPS1, which is temporary. That happens when nerves are affected. Thank you so much, Black Opal. I'm going to look into that. I'm going to screenshot that and look into that. So I'm telling you guys, it is. So it's about to kill me. It's rough. I know it's already lake season. Absolutely lake season. No, we did not find Eugene yet. We did not find Eugene yet. Yeah, see you later, Jennifer from the block. Go see P. Diddy or something. My dog just ordered Medmara for me. Well, my doctor wants me to go see a neurologist. So, for now, I have to take the extra stink Tylenol. A lot of it's diet changes. I can't drink anything that has red dyes or fake sugars. Okay, so maybe you do got something, but listen, I drink the mini Coke cans, original Coke. That's my drink. I don't drink coffee, tea. I'm just saying I never had these headaches until they did this surgery. So, Black Opal, I hope you're correct. And I hope that that it does not become permanent. Because I'll be honest, I don't want to live this way. This is unlivable. It's not fair. It's not good. And sometimes I can hide it. And then here lately, last couple days, well, you can ask anybody in Discord. I haven't even been in Discord. It hurts that bad. Got some stuff on Discord or on Spotify. But you probably wouldn't like it. Well, my husband probably would like it. I'll go check it out. Maybe you should put some of the Idaho stuff on there. Again, everybody go over to Backwood Beats. He's not looking for subs, but I'm sending you there because he's putting out some fire music over there. It's really good. And then he's going to do a live and show us how he makes this music. He's in the reserves, protecting our country. He's a man of many talents. Brian. Lack good for your kiddo with the walk. Congrats. Oh, good Lord. Good for you with the 5-mile walk. Hands bad. I know your hands are bad. It's okay. Was what I attempted to type. You're good, Brian. Backwood Beats and Outlaw Rhythm says, I don't get it. People's ungrateful and rude behavior is part of what's wrong with the world today. It's like kindness is a lost art. It is, okay? I'm going to tell you right now. You will never see me in somebody's chat fighting with people on another creator's chat. Ever. I'll leave. And I just find it very sad that people take the time out to go to somebody's chat to tell them they suck. Okay. Well, thanks. You know, I don't take it personal, but it's just the way people are. And it's sad because there is people out there that don't have thick skin. And I always tell them, man, suck it up and walk in there like you own that bitch. And you know who you are. Listen, you won't ever see me back down, ever. I don't back down. Brian, it don't matter the age. Still in the military. Reserve. Thanks, Brian. Nearly every day made a huge difference to my health, and my German Shepherd loves it. Yeah. Well, I love your German Shepherd. How about that? Like Opal, do you love art too? Are you my long lost soul? Because I missed you if it's you. I'll check out Backwood Beats. Yes. Bianca, did you drop that link again, girl? Thank you so very much. Backwood Beats has some good music. He's singing about the Idaho 4. Uh-oh. Let me check. What? Move, Smith. Go on. Go get that. Looks like Rick just got home. Anyway, you know I have two big-ass German Shepherds. I got Smith and Wesson. Wesson's the daddy. Smith's the son. Wesson weighs 116 and Smith weighs 130. And I'm never scared with him around. Ever. I love me German Shepherds. Heather Michelle amongst Army for Jesus, which is Jenny from Blocks the Hood. I messed up and ran out of gabapentin. Listen, I took gabapentin one time and it was crazy. So my body obviously didn't like it. I was talking like in tongue and stuff. Yeah, I don't even know how people take that. I guess I was allergic to it or something. I don't have a problem putting rude people in their place. And girly girl, you know I don't either. I don't either. There we go. There's Backwoods. If you click on that link, you can go over and sub to it and like it, and then you can find it later. Again, God must have been looking out for me because this one day he showed up in something I should check out. And I went there, and now I go there every day looking for something, seeing what you're putting out over there. Backwoods kindness is unfortunately often seen as a weakness. Yeah, kindness is seen as a weakness sometimes, and it's sad. It's sad. You know, I will tell you, and my husband and my daughter will tell you, when we went to look for her dog yesterday, and we went to the shelters that, you know, was saving the dogs from the kill shelters, I donated money to each one of them. I gave them cash while I was there. I can't bring any more animals home. My boys would not like it, but I appreciate the rescues out there that are rescuing these animals. And my daughter started crying. She said, I can't believe you're giving them money. Well, they're my heroes too. They're saving these fur babies. Listen, at Christmas time, you'll see me really preach. Do not get your kids a puppy unless you're willing to take care of that puppy till it's old and gone. Because puppies aren't puppies forever. And then you get tired of them, and nobody's ever going to love that animal like you do. Okay, Backwood Beat says, just got the email. The part I've been waiting months for is finally back in stock. Looks like I'll actually be able to go live next week. Fingers crossed. After a test run. Should be good. Listen, you let us know. We'll be there. I know I will be. I can almost guarantee everybody will go there. Like I said, I'll bring some people from the other side, from my music side. I know Bianca enjoys them too. Bring some people from my music side to check you out. I think you got a lot of talent. Jane, oh, I had no idea. I don't keep up on that topic. Well, she just came back. Heather. Not Jane. You know, the other lady from Washington. The weird one. Yeah. Girly girl. Nope, Rock will never back down, and I'll stand front lines with her. Yeah, you will. I know. We go a long way back. They hand up on you and don't care. Yep. Now my mind's going to be stuck on that live that you're going to do, Douglas, with Beck. I'm excited. Listen, my friend Raymond, he's named Non-Rilla. And every time he goes live, I'm there. And listen, I met him right after he got out of the military. He was drinking a lot. He went through rehab, and he's a hell of a guy. And he puts out some fire music too. Umbrella does. And God just put us in each other's paths. Well, good shot, girl, at Heather Fitzgerald. You got a bad, bad guy. Big dogs. Big dogs like my pit bull potamus. My daughter, hers is an American Bully that they paid $5,000 for, but they lost. That's missing. Bad half a month. Not supposed to run out of prescriptions. Thought there was another bottle. I'm catching up with chat. Oh, rock. Brian, Backwoods Beats and Outlaw Rhythm says, I am 47 years young, at Brian. I think he just wants to know, like, because of your music. I don't think you can tell people's ages by their music. I mean, when I went to Peter Frampton, my husband didn't even want to go to Peter Frampton. And that concert, it was 6 years ago, was 4 hours long and was the best concert I've ever been to. And Peter Frampton told everybody, take all your pictures during the first 2 songs, because after that, there's no pictures to be taken. I just want you to sit and enjoy. And he actually had people thrown out of the concert for taking pictures. And I had just broke my hip, and I was sitting front row. And, you know, people would come up trying to take pictures, and he would stop his singing and have them be removed. I love me some Peter Frampton. I love all kinds of music. Let me play some. Let's see here. There was another one that you did too that I liked too. Guys, you just got talent, dude. I like it. I like it a lot. We're gonna pull you up again. Listen, everybody always listen. I love some music in my life. And you would think that it'd make my head hurt, but it actually calms my head. Because I got all this stuff going on in my head. Here's Backwoods Beats and Outlaw Rhythms. You have to go check out some Outlaw Nation stuff too. Like I said, that's my jam. Let's play. Oh, I picked up the tap. Listen.
I've been walking this road, feeling lost in the fight. Every step's been a struggle, but I'm holding on tight. They say I'm guilty, don't know me from a damn thing, but they don't see the man I am, they just hear the bell ring. I'm fighting these shadows, trying to prove I'm right, but they paint me in colors that don't match my sight. I won't let the lies bring me down. I'm standing tall, fighting for my crown. When they try to break you, try to hold you back, just remember the heart of the underdog's attack. It's not the weight of the world that can tear you apart. It's the fight you carry deep inside your heart. I'm an underdog with fire in my soul. I'm pushing through the pain, I'm taking control. They might not see it, but I'll rise above. I'm fighting for the truth and I won't give up. Yeah, I'm an underdog, but I'm running free with a heart full of fire. You're gonna see me. They wrote me off like a story untold, but they don't know the strength of a heart that's bold. Every accusation, every fall from grace can't hide the truth in the light of my face. I'm not just a number, not just a name. I've got a fire inside that won't burn in vain. So I'll take this battle, head held high. Gonna prove them wrong no matter how hard I try. When they try to break you, try to hold you back, just remember the heart of the underdog's attack. It's not the weight of the world that can tear you apart. It's the fight you carry deep inside your heart. I'm an underdog with fire in my soul. I'm pushing through the pain, I'm taking control. They might not see it, but I'll rise above. I'm fighting for the truth and I won't give up. Yeah, I'm an underdog, but I'm running free with a heart full of fire. You're gonna see me. They'll try to silence you, shut you down, but you've got a voice that shakes the ground. Rise up, stand tall, let them see the power in the fight that's deep inside of me. I'm an underdog with fire in my soul. I'm pushing through the pain, I'm taking control. They might not see it, but I'll rise above. I'm fighting for the truth and I won't give up. Yeah, I'm an underdog, but I'm running free with a heart full of fire. You're gonna see me, so don't you count me out. Don't you walk away. I'll be standing tall come the break of day. I'm an underdog, and that's all I need to rise above and plant that seed. They wrote me off, but they forgot one thing. Underdogs always rise.
Again, Douglas, you're putting out fire music. And again, I can't wait for that live and watch you how you do it. I love watching artists. Hey, CB, good to hear. I love watching artists. That was my favorite nights to watch Joe Sapp out in the studio. And something happened that day, and he's making a beat, and he's making the song, and you get to watch it from all the way from the beginning to the end. That to me is living. So I'm excited to see it happen. Yes, I think your music is fire. Yes, Jane is blue now. She should have still had a wrench. Okay, so I hate to go to the subject, but we're going to go to the subject because so many people we got to look out for our kids in this world. And we've been watching since the 14-year-old went missing from Ohio. And it's sad all the way around. Our Ellie are bad, but I have no faith in DHS, Children's Services. Like, it all needs revamped. It's horrible. I don't know how they get them jobs, and it's just sad. We're going to go there in just a minute. Backwards Beats and Outlaw Rhythms. Yeah, definitely will. My wife and I went live on a private channel with her testing the sound, and it sounded like a war zone. Feedback everywhere. Friday, I should have the stabilizer bar. Okay, absolutely. I'm excited. I can't even hardly talk. I'm excited to watch it happen. And I appreciate you. Like I said, music does a lot of things. And what I'm fixing to bring up, you're welcome, Jane. You've always had a wrench, so you've changed something on me there. Listen, people probably thought I was the underdog, but I've never thought of myself as the underdog. And listen, even when I'm watching UFC fights, everybody can tell you, because I go on Discord and I'll play it for them. Our channel sponsors 2 boxers, Filipino boxers that are really good. And a lot of my boxing guys, I spend a lot of time in boxing chats. So, but I'm always going for the underdog too. I'm really into martial arts. UFC is probably my favorite passion, to be honest. Bare knuckles is a little too bloody for me, but I like it. And I like the fact that people's trying to bring okay, Mike, I'll check it out. But, everybody has things that they like to do that relaxes them. And mine is listening to music. My husband came in last night. He's like, what are you doing? What are you listening to? I said, everybody's just sending their beats in and we're reviewing them. He said, what? So look, there's 12 people on the panel. And they're emailing their songs in and we're telling them what we think about it. And we're being honest. I mean, I'm not going to lie. Some of them suck. Some of them's really good. Some of them just needed a little bit of direction. Upchurch was in there. Upchurch loves to help people. He said, listen, do this, do this, do this. Things I don't know how to do that you would probably understand, Douglas. And then Upchurch dropped the guy that was doing the live 5 racks. $5,000. Dropped it to him. To help him out. This song for anyone who has been the underdog. Because let's face it, life's a game. And sometimes we're all just trying to find our seat at the table without tripping over the chairs. I agree. Be afraid. Jane says, be afraid. I may go spanner crazy. Jane, I already know you. You got this. A lot of it's blowing into the reverb mic. I don't know where Micah went, but Micah goes to Shmuel. Do you know what Shmuel is? Douglas, do you know what Shmuel is? Micah likes to sing, but he goes over to Shmuel and sings. But I have been sending Micah your stuff. I see Micah's comment down there. Like I said, we all have things that we really like. I think it's safe to say we all like music, okay? And the music that you're putting out has meaning, and that makes it the best music. You're putting out music on the Idaho 4. I love it. Again, I can't give you enough props. Rock. Some of them suck. They do. Some of them suck. And listen, I'm the first one. You could ask Bianca. I'm the first one in the comments going, nah, I'm not feeling it. I'm not feeling it at all. And they'll be like, Rock, what? Well, why do you not like it? I'm like, well, I don't know why you're using a voice changer because it sounds horrible. Like, just use your regular voice. And Jesse Howard come up the other day and he started singing. The Moonshine last night, he just started rapping from the chair. That's what I like to see. You don't have to change your shit all up because it was horrible. Yeah, if you want an honest opinion, don't ask Rock because I don't care if we're friends or not. I'm going to tell you what I think, okay? And if it sucks, I'm going to tell you it sucks. I'm not shy about it. But I won't do it in a rude way. I'm just like, I wasn't feeling that one. And then they're like, Rock, well, what do you mean you wasn't feeling it? Miss Paula, why aren't you feeling it? I don't know. Because what did you do with your voice? Because that's not you. That's not what I usually hear. A little beatboxing, a little blowing. You might think I've lost it. But trust me, when it all comes together, you'll be like, oh, now I get it or not. No, listen. I've already tried to beatbox. Listen, I have my Alexa beatbox for me, and she does better than me. I've tried. I even tried the garage. You probably know what I'm talking about. I even went into the garage because I'm thinking, man, all my friends are musicians, and man, they're so good. And guess what? Rock don't sound, her ass voice still sounds like an ass voice in the garage. The garage is an app that you can make songwriting in. The app didn't help me at all. So I'm the girl that'll play your music and sing to your music, but I suck. I sound horrible. Backwood, how long you been songwriting is what Brian's asking. Well, you go to the mic. Upchurch was doing it the other day. I know exactly what you're talking about there. It's where you're up on the mic and you're, and you'd be amazed at the sound that comes out. I'm talking about these people that use enhancers to help them sing, and it's just horrible. It's horrible. One of my favorite singers, I love Teddy Swims. And you know what? He said he had to practice singing. He sings some, he's got some fire stuff too. I mean, he could just, and he said he used to sound horrible. Horrible. Let's see here. Big fan. Big fan of his too. I like it when he just walks up at the mall and just starts freaking singing. I love it. We'll just play this one. Go to the mall and he just freestyles and sings it, and I'm like, damn, if I could only do that. Like, oh man, I wish I had a voice like that. I have to turn the radio up really loud. I don't want to play too much of it, but I love his music too. And I tell you what, I really like the fact that he can just walk up anywhere and just grab a mic on the street and sing. Like, that's just some talent there. And I'm not saying that other people don't have talent. Don't get me wrong. But I love it when I see him get up there and he's got his shorts on and his flip-flops and somebody's just singing and they don't even know who he is. And he walks up and just starts blasting. I love it. I love it. I watch a lot of Teddy Swim shorts on TikTok, and man, it's a lot. Good music, yes. And Douglas has good music with backwood beats and outlaw rhythms. Like, you've got the voice, and you got the sound. Keep doing what you're doing. Again, I would purchase a CD if you'd make it. I'd love to have that. Blackwood, can you write a tune about an English chick that went spanner crazy? We've got a few UK people in here. We've got some Australians in here. Micah says, I just freestyle songs. I listen to the beat, and whatever flows out is all from the beat. Micah, you probably go watch Douglas when he does that live, huh? He's going to show us how he makes the beat, how he does everything. I'm really excited about it. Yes, I love Teddy Swims. I love the way he sings. I lose control. But it will zap me. And I don't, like, it'll already zap me for copyright, but it'll stop the stream if I let it play too long. We know I do that a lot. I play music. You guys have to wait on me to get back because it'll zap the whole stream. Yes, I love me some Teddy. My music's all over the place. I don't think you can just really pin me down to one point as far as music. I like it all. Back in the day, LL Cool J had a show called Deaf Poetry Jam. I remember that. Where you had to freestyle on a topic. No prep, just rap and think on your feet. Well, this is funny that you say that because my little stalker that I was talking about earlier, last night, it's about 2 o'clock in the morning. And I was like, man, and Hickerbilly shit said this got off of there. And I was like, well, shit. Let me go over to TikTok Live. And one Brian was on. And he freestyles rap like Eminem. Okay. And oh my God, he's so good. And then they were doing rap battles. And then he rap battles people's name. And he's singing. And I hear him say man law. And I look and there's man law. I click on it. It's the same damn man law. And I'm like, oh shit. How in the hell did he find me here? Like, what's going on here? It's weird. It's just weird. It's happened a lot lately. And I'm all over the place. I mean, maybe he just likes that kind of thing. But there was like, I don't know, 300 people live. How did he pick the one I was at? It's just weird. And it's not the first time it's happened, so. Sometimes you get some creepers, I'm just going to say. Playing guitar since I was 7 years old. In a band at 14 years old. And writing songs somewhere between 12 and 14 years old. It's nice. And then obviously you joined the military. Did some time in the military, or have you always been reserves? Or was you active and then reserves? I'm just curious. Because I know several people that just go to boot camp to be in the reserves. Like I said, you've got a lot of amazing things, Douglas. You seem like an amazing person. I have here's rock like one female vocalist. Rock female singer. No. No. That's a negative. You would hate my singing. Music became my lifeline when my grandfather passed away when I was 6. I was really close to him, and being a Pisces. So you just had a birthday? You just have a birthday? Birthday in March? Yes, the crybaby type. I needed something to get me through it. Listen, most really good performers, artists, singers, musicians, songwriters, that's what they turn to. If New Breed ever gets the documentary done, you'll see why Joe Sapp does what he does, and why every song has meaning. There's usually something behind it. We all got to have something that we enjoy, and mine is music. And Bianca knows it because I'm always dragging her somewhere. I'm like, hey, come check this out. Come check this out. Hey, Non-Realists Live, you doing anything? You want to come check it out? My wife is obsessed with Kelly Clarkson. And when he sings this with Kelly Clarkson, it's pretty sweet. Is it the, who sings it? LL Cool J and Kelly Clarkson? Is that what you're saying? Kelly Clarkson, she used to be married to Reba McEntire's son, right? Do I got that right? Oh, you're talking about, oh, I found it. I know what you're talking about. Is it still playing? No, it's not. Hold on. I get zapped. I'll be back.
Watching strangers pass me by. Where do all our shadows go?
This is good too, though. I was trying to find the one that you said. Kelly Clarkson. There we go.
Something's got a hold on me lately. Oh, I don't know myself anymore.
Sorry.
Feels like the walls are all closing in, and the devil's knocking at my door. Whoa, out of my mind. How many times did I tell you I'm no good at being alone? It's taking a toll on me. Trying.
They do sound good together. I'm going to cut it up a little bit just so it don't get zapped. But yes, is this what you're talking about?
My best to keep from tearing the skin off my bones. Don't you know I lose control when you're not next to me? When you're not next to me, I'm falling apart right in front of you. Can't you see? I lose control.
My birthday's April 17th. I'm an Aries. I am the fire sign. That might explain my actions, huh? And happy late birthday.
When you're not next to me. When you're not next to me. You're breaking my heart, baby. You never meant to be. Problematic. The problem is I want your body like a fiend, like a bad habit. Bad habits how to play with you. Yeah, I know I can do it on my own, but I want that beautiful magic and it takes two.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. Again, I reached out to Backwoods Beats and said, "Hey, man, I love your music, and can I share it?" And because I wanted to ask, it's not like I can call Teddy Swims and say, "Hey, can I share your shit?" And he obliged. And again, I thank you so much, Douglas, for letting me share your marvelous music too. It's fire, and I love me some Teddy Swims.
Part of me is when I'm with you, I'm an addict. Then I need some relief. I'm scared in your teeth. Can't see the forest through the trees. Got me down on my knees. I repeat, oh, I lose control when you're not next to me. When you're not next to me, I'm falling apart right in front of you. Can't you see? I lose control. When you're not next to me. When you're not next to me. You're breaking my heart, baby. You ain't gonna make me feel. I lose control. When you're not next to me. When you're not next to me. Falling apart right in front of you. Can't you see? When you're not next to me. When you're not next to me. You're breaking my heart, baby. You ain't gonna make me.
That was awesome. Okay, now we got to go to something that's not so awesome. Because I said I was going to cover it. We're going to cover it. Got a 14-year-old girl who's living with her grandma. The dad was getting to come see her. Some things transpired last week. The grandma was at work. The 14-year-old girl ended up missing. And the unthinkable happened. She was raped. Her father was a part of it. And somebody, they cut her hands off, raped her, sliced her throat. And the original report was the father committed suicide. Then you find out the father did not commit suicide. He just ran to another town. And anyway, we're going to go over that real quick. It's sad, and it's sickening, but it's got to be told. The story's got to be told. And then we're going to have a song after that. This is just horrible.
Kimani was a helper. She loved older music. She loved playing video games. She played basketball for Spring Elementary. She was highly intelligent. She loved the friends and family that she was allowed to be around. She was phenomenal. Like I said, she was like no other kid her age.
Trigger warning. This is very upsetting. It's really hard to watch. When they talk to the grandma, she releases information that wasn't released by police. That's how we know it. There's something really weird about it. She said that the police met her at her house so she could get some stuff, and she had them put her in handcuffs. I found that really strange. And it seems like her story's been different, but you're 2 minutes behind. Oh, well, it's okay. Anyway, this is rough. So I'm warning you ahead of time. They dumped her body in an abandoned house, and the grandma does start talking details of how the body was found that the police didn't release. So.
This case is one of the most horrific cases I ever heard.
I like
This is a 14-year-old that was murdered, raped, had her hands cut off, and her throat almost cut off.
I just wish that when I was down here last, that I had just taken her to Indianapolis with me, so this would never happen a lot of things, woulda, coulda, shoulda, but at the end of the day, I just really wish that whatever happened and whoever did this, y'all didn't have to do that to her.
One of our SWAT teams was working a dangerous individual who was wanted for a serious crime.
This is an absolute animal that came into our town. Our SWAT are the best of the best. We have sent a message. You murder somebody, do not come to this town.
It's just devastating that that me and my family have to go through this.
We are tracking new developments in a disturbing story. A 13-year-old girl reportedly killed by her father. Her body left inside an abandoned home in East Toledo.
Along with Kaylee Marintet, I am Jeff Smith. It is a situation that continues to evolve. Toledo police
Ohio.
issuing an alert that Kimani Lateef was missing 1 week ago. 6 days later, TPD finds her body, and now new information on how Kimani died and where the man who police say killed her is right now.
Here's what we've learned in the last few hours. Police say a SWAT team found Kimani's dad, Darnell Jones, in Columbus. There was reportedly an altercation and officers shot Jones. Officials say they recovered a gun and Jones is expected to survive.
The Lucas County Coroner's Office also releasing Kimani's cause of death. An autopsy showed that she died from multiple wounds to the neck, and the coroner ruled her death a homicide.
Late this afternoon, Kimani's grandmother spoke exclusively with WTOL 11. We have that full interview in just a moment.
Here's how the story has unfolded over the...
Now, I'm just going to tell you, I'm with Deb C on this. Something about this lady isn't right. I ain't quite pinpoint it. And she talks about how she let the dad take the daughter, the granddaughter, and she didn't see anything wrong with it. She talks about how she's only had custody of the granddaughter for a year, but her daughter has not ever had custody of her granddaughter since the child was 9 months old. The godmother had this child, which is the grandmother's best friend. And for some reason, the grandmother got this child, her granddaughter, a year ago, and has had 2 DHS reports. Just a lot. I'm just going to play it, but a lot of it didn't seem right to me.
Last week, Toledo police posted the alert that Kimani was missing on Tuesday, March 18th. It was just after 4 p.m. She was last seen reported at her grandmother's home on Elm Street. That's in North Toledo. The next day, WTOL 11 spoke with the teen's grandmother, Dorothy Lateef. She's also Kimani's legal guardian. She said she came home from work Tuesday morning, found Kimani was missing. She called her school before making a report to Toledo police.
By Friday, family, friends, and even strangers came out to North Toledo to search for Kimani. Her mother, Tiara Caston, was there from Cleveland. Kimani's dad, Darnell Jones, would be charged with abduction on Sunday, March 23rd. Court documents showed he was the last person with her before she went missing.
And then on Monday, March 24th, police found a body inside a home on Miami Street in East Toledo. The Lucas County Coroner's Office would later identify the remains as those of the 13-year-old Kimani Lateef. Her time of death posted at 12:19 p.m.
We have team coverage tracking all of the angles and developments in this investigation, from an exclusive interview with Kimani's grandmother to her school, her life, and her death.
Plus, Andre Norrell spoke with members of Toledo City Council about what they plan to do next. And Steve Iwanek is with family and community members gathered to make sure Kimani's memory lives on.
We start first with the new information out of Columbus. Police there say officers from a SWAT team shot Kimani's dad, Darnell Jones, just before noon.
A spokesperson for the Columbus Police Department did not identify Jones initially, but has since named him as the suspect that officers encountered Tuesday morning.
One of our SWAT teams was working a dangerous individual who was wanted for a serious crime. And SWAT was given information that this gentleman was in this particular area. When SWAT arrived, they did make contact with the suspect in question that they were looking for, confirming the identity of, in fact, that suspect being the person that they were watching. At some point,
just so you know, there's even more that came out after this. This is what came out. The latest confirmed last night. This poor child, her birthday's this Friday. She would have been 14 this Friday. They're also going to do a peaceful protest at the, is it DHS? Is that what they call it there? Children's Services, whatever, CPS, whatever. It's going to be a peaceful protest, but there's a lot of angry people about this. This could have been avoided.
and during the interaction with SWAT officers, I can confirm that an officer did discharge their firearm, striking the suspect. The suspect was transported to a local hospital. That suspect is currently in stable condition.
A little bit here.
Thankfully, no officers were injured. No one in the public was injured, but it's important to know, obviously, given this is an unusual area where we do not see a lot of crime, we just want to reassure the public that this is a safe, contained situation and there's no longer a threat to the public.
Were any guns recovered off of the suspect?
I can confirm that there was a firearm recovered from the scene that obviously was not the police firearm. So like I said, it's still early. We're working through that, but I can confirm we did recover a firearm.
Do we know what the suspect was doing in this area?
We don't know that, and that is one of the things that investigators are actively trying to determine right now, because we don't believe there's any reason for him to be in this specific area in terms of knowing someone or trying to engage in any additional criminal activity.
Was the suspect pulled over in a car? We saw a car that was being looked at. Was he in a home? Where was he?
There was a vehicle involved, and this interaction, I can say, happened outside. Beyond that, we can't get into the specifics just yet until we continue the investigation.
So you're saying he's unstable, so you believe these are not life-threatening injuries?
Correct. We do believe that he will survive his injury.
While the spokesperson for Columbus Police didn't release much information, the president of the Fraternal Order of Police, Lodge 9, did. He detailed some of the disturbing details in this case and outlined his understanding of why officers were searching for Jones in the first place.
I received a call we never want to get. One of our officers was involved in a police-involved shooting. Immediately went to scene to speak to our officer, one of our SWAT officers, a dedicated officer, highly trained, as you know, our Special Operations Bureau, longtime member. He's okay. Thank God he's okay. When I heard about this case, this was an individual wanted for homicide out of Toledo. I called my union counterpart in Toledo. I said, hey, good news, we have your guy. Your guy committed a murder, chose to fled to our town. I'll tell you right now, the wrong town to come to if you murder somebody. Our SWAT team will go out looking for you. This case is one of the most horrific cases I ever heard. This is a 14-year-old that was murdered, raped, had her hands cut off, and her throat almost cut off. This is an absolute animal that came into our town. I understand some of your editors won't let you print the word animal or view the word animal. If people are more offended to how I'm describing him, how he treated that girl, that's on them, not on me. Again,
I do have him talking fast so we can get through this because it is 39 minutes. But this guy is a patrol officer, but he's also a union member, Fraternal Order of Police. And, I mean, he just let it out. And this is a case from Toledo, Ohio. 13-year-old girl went missing last week. Come to find out, her father and some friends took her, raped her, cut her hands off, sliced her throat. Supposedly the father has admitted to raping his own daughter and slicing her throat, and she would have been 14 this Friday. It's very, very sad. Very, very sad.
I'm glad our officers are okay. Our SWAT are the best of the best. We just send a message. You murder somebody, do not come to this town.
Do you know anything about what led up to the shooting?
I know they were looking for him. I worked the street yesterday, and there was a bolo put out yesterday about this, so it was on everybody's mind. The officers are circulating area, patrol detectives, they're looking for this individual. This is what SWAT does. SWAT goes out there. Some of them have uniforms, some are in plain clothes, in plain cars. It's my understanding that they had a location on this suspect vehicle, and they did what they do. They circulated the area, they saturated the area of the short north, and one of the SWAT officers did find them. There was a confrontation. The individual had a gun. You pull a gun on his officers. We've said many times, this is the outcome you could expect. The officers shot him. It's my understanding he is in a local hospital right now.
Brian, fire back.
I do not know if he fired back. I just know a gun was recovered from the scene.
Brian, can you talk about, you mentioned how dangerous this suspect was, how relieved you are that none of your officers or any of the nearby neighbors
100%.
were injured, given what could have been?
It's my understanding this individual might have been walking around the short north area all night. You got not just a murder, a violent murder, a sadistic murder in our neighborhoods is appalling. Again, thankful for the men and women of the Division of Police, our members, for going out there every day, finding these individuals and removing them from our street. I'm so glad nobody else was hurt.
Hours after police found Kimani's body in that abandoned East Toledo home, videos posted to social.
Listen, any child crime is hard. But when it's the father and he rapes his daughter and cuts her hands off and slices her throat and damn near cuts her head off, like, it's unimaginable, unimaginable. And not only that, you know, the mother and father Is it Kimani? I hope I said it right. Kimani, because I want to say her name, but I want to say it right. Kimani. If I'm saying it wrong, let me know. But why was her father even having weekends with her? Like, I don't understand. They didn't raise her. This godmother had raised her since she was 9 months old. You'll find that out. I don't understand this.
Social media Monday appeared to show officers taking her grandmother, Dorothy Latigue, away in handcuffs. Police have since said that she was not arrested, and Dorothy talked exclusively with WTOL 11 Silver Barker about Kimani and what she says really happened between her and TPD.
My first question for you,
This is
yesterday,
grandma.
lots of things was going on. We want to know specifically at your home, there was a lot of speculation online that you were being arrested. But when we checked with police, that was not the case. So can you further clarify on exactly what did happen yesterday at your home?
Well, I was called and told that there was a mob of people in front of my house. They were angry. It was more or less the people that were here earlier waiting to see if it was Kimani that was in the home. And basically some people from the neighborhood had contacted me and said that there was a mob in front of my house and they were talking about what they were going to do to me once I came home. So the police, the detective said that she would have a unit come out and help me get my things and more or less escort me off the property. I asked to be handcuffed.
Okay, so you're going to have an escort off the property. Do you guys really believe she asked to be handcuffed? I mean, does that make any sense to any of you? Yeah, throw me out in front of the cameras and handcuff me. Something else went on. I don't understand, guys. I just don't understand.
Handcuffed just so they can get the away from my property.
Are you scared?
So no, I was never arrested. I was taken downtown, but I was never arrested.
Well, you might be
Are you
arrested.
scared for your safety right now?
I am.
What are some of the things that you've been hearing and receiving from people?
They said they was gonna blow up my house. They said they was gonna do harm to me. It's just been a barrage of the different things that they've been stating.
And now, yesterday, or let's backtrack first for a little bit. So you are the guardian of Kimani, or you were the guardian of Kimani, correct?
I am the legal guardian of Kimani.
Okay.
And listen, I'm not the legal guardian of my grandchildren, okay? But is this the reactions you would expect from somebody? Listen, I know grief is different for everybody. And I might be wrong for saying this, but this lady don't even seem sad to me. Am I missing something here? Because she just don't seem sad to me. Like, she just seems pissed off. It's weird.
Okay. So in terms of taking care of her, when was Kimani placed under your care?
A year ago.
So you take care of her?
She's been in my home for the past 5.5 years, but I just obtained legal custody of her a year ago.
Were you and Kimani close?
We were.
What were some of the things, trying to...
Oh, and when she talks about chastising her granddaughter, who thinks of that word to use? Oh.
To think of her and paint a memory of her in a good light, right now with everything that's going on, what was Kimani like? Tell me a little bit about how Kimani was in the time that you've got to her.
Kimani was phenomenal. Kimani was a helper. Like, she was older than what she appeared to be. Like, you know how they say somebody has an old soul? She was that. She loved older music. She loved playing video games. She loved the friends and family that she was allowed to be around. She played basketball for Spring Elementary. She was highly intelligent. So I'd like to clear up the mental issue statements. No, she was not mentally ill in any way. We had her, assessed, and they didn't feel as if anything was wrong with her mentally. So that was not an issue. But back to Kimani, she would, like, say, for instance, someone would come over and they had children. They didn't have to worry about their kids because Kimani immediately embraced them and would play with them, kid stuff. kid stuff. She was phenomenal. Like I said, she was like no other kid her age.
What school did Kimani go to?
She went to Spring Elementary.
And we were told that at that time she was doing good in school as well too, correct?
She was. She had brought her grade point average up from a 3.4 to a 3.9. And actually they were going to have an award ceremony for the basketball players today at 5:30, but when I divulged to them that she had passed, they've rescheduled it. She was going to receive her trophy for being, on the team and stuff.
And she has a birthday that's coming up.
Her birthday is Friday.
And she would have been turning 14.
She would have been 14.
Did you have any plans for her birthday?
We were going to have her a large birthday party because it would have been her first birthday where, once again, all of my children were together and could participate in the party. Her mom was supposed to come and everything. So I asked her early on, what type of party do you want? She said she wanted a basketball themed party. So that's what I bought. Things that revolved around her playing basketball. I'm still receiving stuff in the mail for that.
So there's been some confusion now in terms of when it comes to family, who's her biological father, who is her biological mother, and then also was she in the foster care system? Can you clear up a little bit of all of that? When Kimani was placed in your care, when is the LCCS, who exactly did she come from, and how did she?
She came from her other.
She don't seem sad. She seems mad. And there's a difference to me. I don't know. I like to say that people handle grief differently, but also this grandma was working the night shift, and this 13-year-old was being left all night by herself. Like, there's so much stuff wrong here that I just don't understand. I know that at a certain age, you can leave your kids alone, like during the day. Say they're out of school and they're at a certain age. And I'd have a hard time leaving even my 15, 16-year-old alone at night with the way this world is today. And this grandma just don't act right to me. Nothing about her acts right to me. She just seems more pissed off than upset about what's happened.
Their legal guardian, I choose not to state her name, but she came from her other legal guardian because the other legal guardian and I were best friends. The other legal guardian is my daughter, Kimani's mom, godmother. And we had already discussed when early on, because she's been with this person since she was 9 months old. My daughter has never really had custody of Kimani. So she's been with this person since she was 9 months old until, like I said, maybe 5.5 years ago. Now, off and on, this person, we would interact and, do different things with her, for her, or I would contact her and tell her, well, I need this, or Kimani would like that. And she would come by and oblige, and we would commence. It's just too much.
Earlier you mentioned, when you were talking about what Kimani was like, you had mentioned that when family members did come over, who were allowed around her. Can you expand on that? Is there family members that weren't allowed around her?
No, it's just not very many that came around. And those that did, she acted, far as I'm concerned, she acted accordingly. She embraced all children.
I agree. Exactly. Is she mad or just practicing for a poker face competition? No tears, no nothing. I was just kidding, though. My jokes can be a little dry sometimes. No, listen, everybody has a right to speak how they feel, but I like to think that people, show grief in different ways. But this lady seems mad, not upset that her granddaughter's gone. And I don't know if in this one it shows it, but the other daughter comes down from Indiana, and the mom and the daughter does not get along at all. So the granddaughter didn't see the mom at all. And this would have been the first time that the mom was even going to see the granddaughter, actually her daughter. And it's kind of weird because when they found the body, this mom was there at this house when they found the body. She ain't been in this girl's life at all, but she was at this house. Something's just not right. It's going to be interesting to see what comes out of all of this.
Bad or good? Man. Okay, next question.
So now we do know that Darnell, people are looking for Darnell Jones right now. The police are looking for Darnell Jones, and there's an arrest warrant out for him. Do you have any idea of his whereabouts?
Oh, well, to my knowledge, he was just arrested in Columbus. He just recently had a shootout with the police in Columbus. They're saying that he confessed to her murder, and no, I take that back. They're saying that he confessed to her rape and slitting her throat.
How does it feel to learn that?
I can't even say.
As the police report mentions, Kimani was last seen with Darnell. Do you have any regrets of letting Kimani go with, as you're her guardian, do you have any regrets of letting Kimani go with Darnell?
I do, only because, like I said, I feel deceived. I feel like this was pre-planned. I feel like you meant to do this. I feel like you was grooming her.
When you say grooming her, is there things that you saw before this?
No, I never saw anything out the ordinary. But when molesters,
I do want to say this. Deb C, she follows child trafficking cases, and she's really good at it all over the world. And that's her passion, is to dig deep into these child trafficking cases and stuff. And that's where her heart and soul goes, is to try to stop child trafficking. So just so you know a little bit about Deb C, she digs into all these. So she does take it very personal. It don't matter where it's at. She takes it very, very personal. And I do too. I'm a grandma, and there's no way I could be even talking to somebody, let alone, I don't know. I don't like to really judge people, but this lady just seems off.
Decide to choose prey, they groom you first. So
she knows how it works and how it's to be groomed, but she's going to sit here and explain it to you, but she didn't see any signs. I don't understand. I'll shut up. I'll play it.
They give you gifts. They try and make you comfortable with them. They try and say little things to you that you and they can keep secret. And then eventually they pounce. And that's how I feel that how all of this is played out, I feel that's what happened. She was a virgin. She didn't like boys.
There's also comments, and we're just trying to address those and get those addressed. But there's comments online and speculation again that, Kimani, her home situation, she was abused. What do you have to say to that?
Okay, abuse in whose eyes? Because she was not abused. Yes, she was chastised whenever she was wrong or did things wrong. Other than
chastised? What the hell?
That, she was not abused. She was not just whooped for no reason or just because I felt like it. I've went through this twice because the school system had contacted CSB on her behalf when she went to Bennett Academy.
Now you know why people are going to protest at the DHS, because they obviously went there twice and nothing got done.
And they came in, they did a case study and closed it. They've stated there's a way to chastise children without physically harming them, and you need to whoop them on their behind.
Let me tell you something. In the state of Kansas, corporal punishment is illegal, and even spanking your children is illegal. But I'm not going to lie to you guys. It was in our court order that we couldn't spank our kids. But I still spanked my kids on their ass. Because let me tell you what. Growing up, I got some good ass whippings. I never did the same thing twice. Timeout did not work for me growing up.
Nowhere else. So, okay, with that in mind, I knew.
But there's a difference between getting your butt whipped and she's calling it chastised.
That. So she didn't have like bruises all over.
How long ago was that when they came into your home?
I would say.
But the school reported bruises on this child twice. But now the grandma immediately says she didn't have bruises.
The latest, it was approximately 7 months ago.
And so you say the latest. So was it a few times that they came into your
It
home?
was twice total.
So twice total that they came into your home. Okay. And it was all for like you mentioned, what you just said.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Now, in terms of, this whole situation, so you were not arrested, correct? And that's
Correct.
what, a lot of people seem to think as they saw you going out in custody. That's what you asked for, correct?
Yes.
That was our Silver Barker there. Kimani's family came out of town to search for her. Now they say they're planning a funeral instead. Silver Barker spoke with Kimani's aunt about the relationship and the things she says she regrets.
I'm Dorothy's second oldest daughter. I'm Kimani's aunt. My name is Sanika. I live in Indianapolis. All this that is going on is devastating. You wouldn't think that, you see it happen around the world, but when it hits close to your heart, you really just be thinking like, did I do something wrong? Did I fail her? She didn't have the life to live that we have got to grow and live. She was only 13. So to know that somebody that I trusted, which was her father, to come through and deceive us just to get to Kimani in some sexual way or a harmful way, that hurts me to the fullest. And the point I feel like I failed her, me as being her aunt, a person that she could run to and tell anything and everything to. That was my girl. That was my baby. And to hear all of this, to know all of this, and to be going through all this and hearing it for as long as that it went on, it's very devastating. I see so many people that are supposed to be my family that's going against my mom and me for that instance, and saying like, oh, she failed her, she had something to do with it, she had this and that. It doesn't matter at this point. For right now, and until we get justice for Kimani, it's all about Kimani. What I would like to say is there's a lot of people on the internet starting GoFundMes, and that's not what we need right now, because it's not what Kimani needs. The funeral home has objected to say that they're going to come and pay for everything, so there's no need for any GoFundMe pages, any of that. Everything is being taken care of that needs to be taken care of by her family, her immediate family.
Does it upset you that there are GoFundMes? Some of them, I think, in cases might be scams too, as well.
What upsets me is that people are starting these GoFundMe pages and putting Kimani's name underneath it, and they know that it's going to get viewed, and people have sympathy and feel some type of way about that. And some of them can be scams, but I know some of them have come from family members. When just let the immediate family handle that. Like, what y'all gonna do with the money if y'all not turning into the funeral home? There's no need. Let us handle it. Y'all just sit back and give us the emotional support that we need. That's what we need right now. As a family, as a community, we should all come together and just give each other the emotional support that we honestly need. And that's just what I asked for everybody to, calm down, breathe. I know this is a hard time, because it's not just a hard time for y'all. This is a rough time for me. I just need y'all to come together and understand that we need each other as a community, as a family, and emotional support is what we need the most in this situation.
Yesterday, the crowd was, if you were here, I'm assuming, the crowd was very upset, lots of emotions going through too, especially at this time with such a sensitive situation. We've heard multiple comments out in the crowd, attacking or pointing fingers at your mom. So, what has it been like finding your support system and helping her out?
In a way, you have to be mature enough to just.
I agree. So Deb says this aunt lives in Indiana, but you're going to talk bad about your sister and your bio mom to Kimani. And then Backwoods Beat says there's a difference between spanking and teaching your kid a lesson. As my children got their fair share and turned out fine as adults, so did my kids. They'll tell you they got some good ass whippings too. But it really bothered me her using the word chastising. Where did the grandma come up with that? Like,
side, am I going to follow along with the crowd, or am I going to, stick around with the loner? I'm to the point where I'm not following nobody. I'm going with what's right. If it was your mother, if it was your niece, would you console your mother? Would you console the person that was closest to her who lived with her? I'm not out to have a torch and the pitchforks and all out to go against anybody except the person who did this, which I believe was her father, Darnell. I don't have any other anger pushed towards anybody else. I'm angry that this happened, but I'm angry at the person who did this.
Do you know if, have you been in contact with Tiara, the mother?
Yeah, I've been in contact with my sister. It's been briefly. It's been over through text. Like I said, I live in Indianapolis. I seen her yesterday, but that was very brief. It wasn't even more than 5 minutes. It was more or less that she wanted to show me my other niece, Kazaria, which is Kimani's youngest sister. But it wasn't like it was oh, sis, what are we going to do? Any of that. And I don't wish this on nobody. I really don't. I could, your mind go different places when it's a baby. That was a baby. Like I said, I have a very close relationship with Kimani. She was a tomboy. She wasn't out looking for, trying to be fast or, mischievous or any of that. So for her mother to come down and have all this to say and all that, Tiara, where was you for the past 4 years? We haven't seen you since Kimani TikTok party. You haven't called her. You haven't sent her anything. You haven't said, oh, baby, I'm going to come get you for a weekend. We haven't seen you until this happened. Why we got to see you when it's a tragic moment? So, Tiara, where do you stand?
And Tiara lives in Cleveland. Right?
Yes.
And so the past 4 years, you're saying there was very little communication.
Very, very minimum. It wasn't even, she'll call my mom. She'll go through me and say, have you talked to mommy? And I'm like, no, about what? And she'll say, oh, well, she got custody of Kimani and she trying to get child support from me. So it wasn't that Tiara was concerned about Kimani. It was more of why she want child support from me.
What is the relationship between your mother and your sister, Tiara?
It's very distant. They had their words. They fought. Kimani mother has a godmother that Kimani was with before my mom got her. And there was no communication then from Tiara. Tiara I feel like Tiara just let her go. Because any mother would be on her toes to get her children back. That wasn't the case here. It just wasn't.
When was Kimani taken away from Tiara?
I'll say about 7-8 months. And then Tiara godmother stepped in and got custody of Kimani, which would have been around 9 months. Yeah, and Kimani had been with that lady from 9 months all the way up until about, I say, 5.5 years ago. So it wasn't like Tiara was actually in the picture, saying, hey, maybe I can start getting myself together to get my child back so nobody else can get her.
I don't remember where it was, and I'll find it. It might not be for this live. But Deb C, correct me. Somewhere I read at some point, like, this grandma had 4 adults living in that house too. I don't remember which report it was, but I do remember seeing it. That the grandma had 4 adults living in the house at one point with this granddaughter too.
You ever worried for Kimani's safety with any of the family members or anyone?
I wouldn't say I was worried because I was here. I was here every winter break, spring break, holidays, birthdays. I was here for Kimani. yes, you come and, you enjoy time with your family, but I was here for my niece. I also brought my youngest sister and her 2 kids from Indianapolis to be here for Kimani because we've been in the system before. So I know how it feels to feel like, dang, I'm at somebody's house or not feeling not wanted. I know those feelings. So I tried to give Kimani that at all times because she wanted and loved by her aunts. And this is just devastating that I have to go through this for the rest of my life and knowing I'll never have the embrace of my niece, the, hey, TT, what you doing? When you coming down here, I'll never get to hear that from my baby again. And that's what kills me the most. I just wish that when I was down here last, that I had just taken her to Indianapolis with me. So this would never happen. A lot of things, woulda, coulda, shoulda, but at the end of the day, I just really wish that whatever happened and whoever did this, y'all didn't have to do that to her. There's plenty of people out here with, grown people that put themselves out there to be, the sex workers or whatever it may be. You didn't have to do this to a child. There was nothing that Kimani would have done to make you hurt her. So she was a very timid kid, tomboyish, reserved. She wasn't, loud and out there. So it's just devastating that that me and my family have to go through this.
Is there anything else that you would like to add at this time in the interview? Anything else that I didn't ask, maybe?
I just want people to understand that family is family. And at the end of the day, don't be so eager to go against your family. Talk to your family and talk to the children. These children may be scared to talk to the parents about things that's going on or what may be going on because they feel like they may get in trouble. But make it known that to your kids that you can talk to me. Make it very open. You can talk to me about any and everything. Because that's what these kids need to hear nowadays. Instead of going on social media and talking to somebody over social media about it, like he did this or she may done that. Talk to your family because they can handle. They're the adults that's supposed to handle it.
Our community is grieving alongside Kimani's family right now. Many at a vigil at the home where Kimani was found Monday. Steve Iwanek shares their story.
Talk to me about why this has created such a passion within you and what you want to see happen in the future for people who may be going through a situation that Kimani may or may not have been going through in her own life.
The reason why I have so much passion for this, I guess it was my upbringing. It started with my grandmother. She was always telling us, if you do the right things, then you don't have to worry about anything. If you walk right, then you don't have to worry about anything. And having that upbringing, I was brought up in church. You know what I'm saying? I was not the kid that was not spared the rod. I was given the rod, okay? So I understand what discipline was all about. And I think for me is to show the love, give back to my community in a time like this because you don't want to see it happen to another child.
This 13-year-old girl now, some people say she has found peace. I can't say that on behalf of her family. I'm just what I've read online. What do you say to Kimani right now as she's...
Micah, this was an abandoned house that the dad and his friends took the 13-yeold to Kimani. It was an abandoned house. And the reason I know that is because I've been digging into it. And a council member is talking about how they should be knocking these houses down so that, or they should be boarded up where people can't get in on a lot of drugs found in these houses that's abandoned and now a body.
I'll take it through my perspective of faith. She's looking down now. What do you think she is saying to her community and her family?
Kimani was never ours. She was just loaned to us. She was a vessel in a shell. She's at peace. No more hurt, no more pain, no more going through nothing. She know her Father, heavenly above, has her.
Kimani was a 7th grader at Spring Elementary. Now her school is in mourning.
Yeah, Michael Sandlin went to TPS to find out how the district is helping students there process her death.
Jeff, today counselors and therapy dogs were brought in to help the students.
Anyway, there is still more being uncovered. We are in the Facebooks. We're watching things get uncovered. It's a sad situation all around. Again, it's hard not to judge by watching what their actions were. It's just horrible. This makes me so sad. And to think that CPS only knew, the way I understand this, and Deb can correct me, CPS only knew that the grandma had this kid the past year, even though she's had her for, 5 years? And 2 DHS complaints was filed in the past year. So it's all sad. It's very sad. And I'm not trying to make everybody sad, but sometimes there's things we got to talk about. And our system is broke. It's really broken. And we've got to fix our system. We just have to.
Cold steel coffee burning my tongue. Troops in the chamber, cocked and strung. Footsteps echo like a ghost in chains. Somebody knows, but nobody names. Maps with no mercy, roads paved in sin. Justice ain't blind, she just don't let 'em in. Run if you want, but the road ends here. The truth cuts deep like a jagged spear. Ain't no shadows that can hide the past. What's buried in the dark always comes back fast. And you can't outrun what's got your name on the barrel of a loaded gun. Mirrors crack when they face the lie. Some men whisper, some testify. Cards on the table, but the deck ain't fair. You can smell the smoke, but they're breathing thin air. Locked doors, hushed tones, fear in their veins. But the devil don't flinch when he's calling names. Run if you want, but the road ends here. The truth cuts deep like a jagged spear. Ain't no shadows that can hide the past. What's buried in the dark always comes back fast. And you can't outrun what's got your name on the barrel of a loaded gun. Without a reason, justice don't sleep, just waits for the season. Footprints fade, but blood don't lie. One way or another, we all testify. Like a jagged spear. Ain't no shadows that can hide the past. What's buried in the dark always comes back fast. And you can't outrun what's got your name on the barrel of a loaded gun. Kiss the damn door in.
Again, that was Backyard Beats and Outlaws. Thank you so much, Douglas, for the music you're doing. It is a big help for me personally. And keep doing you. Be looking forward to that live. Again, I hate covering kids' cases. I really do. And but somebody has to. Somebody has to cover it. This is Backyard Beats. Bianca put the link in the chat. He's going to do a live and show us how he makes his beats. again, I find all of them to be fire. I don't know if Heather's still here, but the truth they tried to bury, like every one of these are just so good. They're so good. I enjoy listening to them. Continue to put them up here. I know you can't do them every day, but I have you on my bell. So as soon as you release them, so Heather is still here. Heather, you was talking about the firefighter. Look. It's a fun beat, and it's real good. I like it.
Over 2 years deep, truth still buried in smoke. Dylan's tails flip faster than a bar joke. First a fireman, then all dressed in black. Eyebrows bushier than a raccoon attack. Eyes on the walls, shrine to her fears. Sketching nightmares through drunk girl tears. Dream or delusion, nobody knows, but they're hanging a man on the story she throws. First he's a fireman, then it's all black. Somehow she just knew he was white. That's whack. Spin it like vinyl on a busted deck. Blurry ass visions, facts in a wreck. Truth's a ghost, just a flicker at most, but they're frying a man on a drunk girl's toast. I'm the fireman, fire, rep fireman. Oh, I got that fire, I'm hauling. Oh, I got that fire, come and try me. You can spark it up, I'ma put you out. You can spark it up, I'ma put you out. But light that match, better watch your mouth. Detectives dig through her eyebrow shrine. Sketches so wild they should be a crime. Drawn suspects like drunk Van Gogh. Facts bent backward just to make a show. Was it all black or a fireman suit? Every story's got a different root. Was it real? Was it booze? Was it fantasy? The only constant, the pure hypocrisy. This ain't a circus, it's a man's damn life. While they hide shrines to a Sharpie strife, they sealed up the crazy, locked it away, cause the truth don't fit the part they play. 2 years gone, a life on the line, all for stories that shift every damn time. They knew, but they kept it inside, cause it could have been you they crucified. I'm the fireman, fire, F fireman. Oh! I got that fire, I'm hauling. Oh! I got that fire, come and try me. You can spark it up, I'ma put you out. You can spark it up, I'ma put you out. But light that match, better watch your mouth. 2.5 years buried alive, while they twist in the facts just to survive. Bushy brows, blackout clothes, nothing connects but the story still grows. They bend the truth till it snaps in two. Serve up lies like Sunday stew, but the fire's still burning. You see it in my eyes, and when it blows, no one survives. I'm the fireman, fire, rep fireman. Oh, I got the fire, I'm hauling. Oh, I got the fire, come and try me. You can spark it up, I'ma put you out. You can spark it up, I'ma put you out. But light, let match, better watch your mouth.
House, black clothes, stories that flip. This whole damn case. One big acid trip.
All right. So, Douglas, if you ever want to come up and talk backwood beats and outlaw rhymes, listen, your humor is great and your music is awesome. And again, I want everybody to thank you for letting us use your music. I find it healing. When you do your live, if you need some help in the chat, me and Bianca will be there. So if you need some help in the chat to keep some crazies out of there, any one of these wrenches here will help you. Just FYI, because I think it's going to be a kick-ass live. And I also think there probably will be trolls that come along. And if they do, just hit us up because we'll be there. We'll help. Okay. Again, anytime you want to come on the panel. I didn't want to put you on the spot. I appreciate you coming here. I'm not for everybody. I believe in the truth. I speak things that are really hard to talk about. Somebody's got to talk about them. And I don't back down from nothing, ever. And he's going to do a live. He's going to let us know. Again, I didn't want to put you on the spot, but you are welcome on my panel anytime, my friend. As a matter of fact, just so that when you're in here, you are a moderator. If you want to post anything, your channel or anything, I try to keep up with the chat. The mods are great. And again, definitely thumbs up. Awesome. Appreciate your support. My daughter will probably be here, making sure her dad doesn't screw it up. Appreciate it. Listen, you know, you're not going to screw up. We are going to enjoy watching you do what you do. And so don't take it as pressure. Don't take it as pressure. I told you every night, that's all I do. And I sit there and I watch, and I think I'm pretty fair. I told you if I don't like something, I'll say I don't like it. But I think you do a great job. And I think Idaho 4 people really needs to hear your music, because I find it makes a lot of sense. Sometimes singing it makes a lot more sense. So, again, no, we did not find out who the sheriff answers to. So, the last thing I could find on the Oklahoma sheriff is that the attorney general, which I don't think very much of, the attorney general is looking into it, and his office is aware of it. That's as far as it's gone. So, with the sheriff in Oklahoma. I had one the other day in the comments tell me that GAC is showing his true guitar colors, that it's time I show mine. There you go. Well, I'm telling you, like I said, backwoods beats, outlaw rhythms. Douglas, you're awesome. And again, keep pumping them out. Go check out Heather. Heather does some really good videos. Again, I'm not going to sit here and dog anybody that's putting their time and their energy into these cases. You know, it takes a lot. I get it. Who does the sheriff answer to? Well, obviously, we used to think that it was the county commissioners, but I guess in Oklahoma, they don't. County commissioners can't do anything about it. So it has to go to the attorney general. And listen, I drove all the way to Oklahoma City. I met with that attorney general, and I wasn't impressed. So these people are just going to have to scream loud, you know. You know, the whole squeaky wheel is the one that gets oiled. That's the truth. You know, they just got to keep showing up and causing a stink, you know. Get the news out there. Keep going to the meetings. Like, this sheriff is still out of the country. So, drop Heather's link? Yeah. Absolutely. Somebody drop Heather's link. Who does the sheriff answer to? I guess the attorney general is what it seemed like. I mean, is there a secret boss to Curtin? Or does he just get a magic badge and go rogue? Listen, same guy that knows about this drug task force officer that was grand jury indicted, lied that there was a burglary, and went to an opposite side of the state and has the same job. Okay? And that's what's been done with him either. And he's all up in this Kansas mom's case. There's so much that's been said, and man, it feels like LE in Oklahoma is doing whatever the hell they want. And the sad thing is there's good LE in Oklahoma. I know some of them. But the bad is definitely overcasting the good. Christopher Hughes, Rock Your Family Loves You. I'm passionate. I'm very passionate. I piss people off. But again, you know, somebody's got to talk about it. So, yeah, I put that wrench on Backwoods because anytime you want to come in here and drop your link, again, I love your music and it's fire. And I'm so glad that I found you. So glad that I found your music. It's helped me. So that's just anytime you want to come in And listen, you're part of our family now because I love your music, man. I really do. And I love your passion. And everybody that's putting their time and their effort into this case, all these cases, whether it be the Kansas moms, whether it be Delphi, whether it be the Karen Reed case, or whether it be the Idaho 4. Again, Idaho 4 is what I always go back to. That's what brought me to YouTube. And that case is like no other case. And, you know, my husband lived next door to the BTK for 10 years. My grandpa was the sheriff here. He was the attorney general here. And this Idaho 4 case is so crazy. It's so crazy. And, you know, I've always thought the cops can lie. LA can lie, okay? That's why you're never supposed to talk to them. My grandpa ended up being a criminal defense attorney, too, until he died. And you never talk to them because they can turn shit around. They can lie. But I didn't think they could lie on court papers. But it's looking like it seems that they can lie anytime they want. Court papers are not. Usually the sheriff answers to no one other than the state's attorney. Well, in Kansas, it's the county commissioners. But, you know, the attorney general of the state is the highest that goes in the state. And then you got to go higher and start hitting the White House. So I told them before the election, I said, now's your time to speak up about things that you don't like in your area. Because these people want your votes, and that's what they'll do. It'll get the attention. And I beg people to speak up. Because, you know, many of these people are politicians. So sometimes you got to hit them when they're trying to get elected. I just point out the things that make no sense, using their own words, mostly because I think so many people miss how it all fits together. Agreed. I agree. Heather, you know I love your channel. Love your channel. Bianca posted Heather's page. Again, here it is again. Go check out her videos. Strange, I'm glad you're feeling better. We got Pia in the house. Strange suspicion. She's not been feeling well. We're glad to see her as well. Listen, it's been a 3-hour live, longer than I wanted. I took up too much of everybody's time. So we're going to get out of here. Much love to everybody. And we'll do another live here soon. Backwoods Beats and Outlaw Rhythms, please let me know when you're going to do that live because I really want to see it. Realistically, the sheriff answers to the public, voters, and the local government. Yeah, because they elected him in. But Oklahoma's their own breed. I don't understand it. I really don't understand it. Strange. Been rough in Kansas, snowing all week long. Christopher, it is not snowing. Go back to your dream. Because, listen, it's 80 here. I'm sweating, and I'm only an hour from you. Well, that's what music's about. Anytime I can help anyone, that's what it's all about. I agree. Music is my go-to. And I'm, again, very grateful that I found you. God was looking out for me because I'm telling you, just showed up on my homepage as somebody I should check out. So I'm so glad it did. The governance and the chain of command is in the Oklahoma statutes, yes. And it says county commissioner, but they're not getting anywhere with the county commissioner. The governor is the ultimate authority in a state, overseeing law enforcement and the sheriff's action. In Oklahoma, like most states, the governor can step in. Yeah, well, you know, the guy I told you about that had the grand jury indictment, you know how many pictures he has with the governor? Well, my faith in their system there is really not real good, and it sucks. But I'm still going to keep yelling it out for them. And keep hollering it out for them, and I'm not going to back off. Strange Suspicion says we have a Brian Koberger video premiering tomorrow at 8 p.m. Eastern. Absolutely. We will come check it out. Yeah, I'm so glad you're feeling better. We love you back. Absolutely. You're welcome. We'll drop your link in the chat too. Bianca's on it. Looky there. Bianca's already put it on there. Listen, as creators, we all work well together. And go check out Strange, Pia and Bob. Go check out Heather. And go check out Douglas with Backwood Beats and Outlaw Rhythms. Okay, guys, much love to each and every one of you. Sorry I took it so long. It is not snowing here. Christopher, come on. Austin, look forward to seeing it. Strange Suspicion. Listen, we're all a good family here. We got each other's backs. I find Bob and Pia to be family. They've always been good to me. I like to think I've always been good to them. You got yourself, Douglas, in a good crowd. Heather, we're all good people. Again, I think sometimes I'm misunderstood because I don't scoot around and I just come out with what I know. And there's always receipts to back it up. So Douglas says, thanks again, and I definitely will keep y'all posted. Like I said, my part comes Friday, and after that, I will have a date lined up. No pressure. We're just going to enjoy watching it. So appreciate it. Appreciate the music. Backwoods, yes, Backwoods has a channel. Actually, let's play another song. Yeah, he's actually got some music. He's got some music. He's got some really good music. This one here. Let's go with this one. Idaho. Oh, let me make sure. Is it not sure? Hold on. Start it over.
She left sitting like a gift from the dead, but the only damn prints on the button instead. Oh, they swear it's like tight.
There we go. Sorry about that.
Rolls through this one-horse town. Whispers fly, but the truth ain't found. We got a story, but it don't make sense. Tied up in lies and incompetence. A sheath left sitting like a gift from the dead, but the only damn prints on the button instead. Oh, they swear it's like tight case, sealed, done deal, but a house full of people and no one got real. No trail, no blood, no footprints in sight. Just a single lost relic, they say proves the night. Was it planted in blood, dropped in the scene? A puzzle piece forced where it don't quite fit clean. They spin their tails, but they're losing control. Truth's a wildfire, and it's burning their soul. Chain of custody's got holes a mile wide. They keep on digging, but they can't hide the tide. DNA don't lie, but where's the rest? If he walked through the slaughter, why ain't he a mess? No trails, no flappers, no reason to stay, but they wrapped up the case in a neat little play. Oh, they swear it's locked tight, case sealed, done deal, but a house full of people and no one got real. No trail, no blood, no footprints in sight. Just a single lost relic, they say proves the night. Was it planted in blood, dropped in the scene? A puzzle piece forced where it don't quite fit clean. They spin their tails, but they're losing control. Truth's a wildfire, and it's burning their soul. Now tell me how a man leaves a trace but not a trail, like a ghost in the wind with a scripted detail. If this is justice, then we're all damn fools, cause the ones with the power just rewrite the rules. Was it planted in blood, dropped in the scene? A puzzle piece forced where it don't quite fit clean. They spin their tails, but they're losing control. Truth's a wildfire, and it's burning their soul. You can frame a man, you can sell a lie,
truth don't stay buried. It rises just like the sun.
So, also, Douglas Pia with Strange Suspicions. She is also a veteran. Thank you both for your military service. Pia, Strange Suspicion. Pia. Douglas is in the reserves now. Been in the military since he was 24 years old. So that's something you guys will find in common. We love our veterans. Thank you for sacrificing and doing the things you do for our freedom. Absolutely 1000% a salute. Much love to everybody. Yes, I know, but listen, those of you that didn't know, Pia was in the Army for 8 years. We owe her a lot of gratitude. And I think that's why me and her just jive so well. I love her to death. Like, to me, she's family. Absolutely family. Okay, guys, much love to everybody. Don't forget Pia's Live. And again, go check out Douglas's music. It's fire. Man, it's made me happy. You know, if there's anything that can make me smile a little bit, it's some good old music. And Douglas has it. So, with that said, we're going to get out of here. And again, I love you guys all very, very, very much. And till the next live, I'll try to schedule one. I have much love for each and every one of you. No, that was some up shirts. I love me some up shirts. And I love me some new breed. Listen, I told you I love my music. Music is what I get down with. So, this is what I like. Anyway, much love to you guys. If you haven't subscribed to Rock Track Dabbles, that's where we just have some fun over there. And,
Yours coming in.
hello to everyone. Girl, Bianca. Dempsey says hello to everyone. Good evening, Ostrich. Ostrich, good to see you. See everybody, even the people in the back. Rocky Top family. We are really a family, and it does make my heart so good to see you guys here. I try to do my fair share of kindness, and those of you out there that know me knows that I definitely do my fair share of kindness. That's for sure. I have a big heart. I have a big mouth, so they kind of go together. Anyway, loved having you guys here. Much love to everybody. We'll see you on the flip flop. Have a good evening.